morning. Oh my goodness. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. This is the most MAGA YouTube channel that exists. And if you're new, I broadcast live on 6 radio stations here in the morning. And I take live calls from those of you watching on YouTube and our radio listeners. But I'm going to start talking about this incredible speech by President Trump at CPAC. Was that not insane? Oh my goodness, that was the best. That was Trump's best speech by far. Yes. Welcome, everyone. It's Monday already. Can you believe it? March 6, 2023. My name is Brian Craig. And, of course, you are listening to Florida's longest-running radio show, The Steve Kane Show, on the radio since 1977. And a lot happening today. No doubt about that. And the main thing that's happening that I'm going to talk about right here in the beginning is this historic speech that President Trump gave at CPAC on Saturday. My goodness, you know, I have listened to that speech 6 times now. I caught it live, and I went out to dinner with my daughter, and I had a long car drive, and I actually listened to the entire Trump speech over my car radio, and I'm glad that I listened to it that way the first time. It's nice. I've not listened to an entire Trump speech, I don't think, ever on the radio, and I did this time, and I think it was better listening to it that way, and I was just blown away by the speech. It was his best speech ever, and I'm going to dub it the I Am Your speech, and you'll understand why that is in a few minutes. I only have one clip I'm going to play of President Trump from the CPAC speech, but I'm going to talk about it a lot, and you guys can call in with your thoughts on it. But then, so I got up yesterday morning. I watched the whole speech, listened to the whole speech in the car on Saturday, and then I woke up Sunday morning, and I wanted to watch it again. And I found someone online who was running the speech in a continuous loop over and over again. And now I have seen his speech. I'm not sure if it's 5 or 6 times. I've lost count. It may even be 7. I've watched it so many times. And, you know, every time I listened to Trump's speech at CPAC, I picked up on something I missed, because, you know, sometimes what happens is Trump will say something and you get so excited that you're like, oh my God, and you miss a couple of beats, you know, because you're so excited by what he said. So it was a beautiful speech. And I will tell you this, that President Trump, whoever is running against President Trump, including Ron DeSantis, they all look like a bunch of lightweights after that speech, don't they? That was not only Trump's best speech he's ever given, it very well may be his most historic speech. If you listen to the content of it, it was very relevant about everything that we're facing in this country today. And it lets you know that only Donald Trump can save America and really the world with what we are going through right now. And our number is 1-888-GO-KANE-1. 888-465-2631. Those of you on hold, stand by. You know, so this CPAC speech, and the straw poll was just beautiful. He beat Ron DeSantis by 40 points. 40 points. I wish they only had Trump versus DeSantis, because there were some others in there, but he beat DeSantis by 40 points. And you got to ask yourself a very important question. Is Ron DeSantis a serious opponent to Trump at this point? Now, I, on Friday, shared something that was upsetting from Ron DeSantis's book. I continued reading the book, and I found something so disturbing from his book, Ron DeSantis's book, The Courage to Be Free, that I'm going to read a section of it to you in just a little bit. Now, Ron DeSantis has not announced he's running yet. So he very well could announce that he's not running, you know. Yeah, I know Fox News carried the speech, which was amazing. I think I have an idea how that happened, which we'll talk about too. But do you believe that Ron DeSantis is going to announce he's going to run at this point? You know, his speech at the Reagan Library in California fizzled. I mean, how can he have an event like that that's supposed to be a big deal to him and a launching pad speech the day after President Trump's historic CPAC speech? And Ron DeSantis is not that popular with Republican voters. You know, Republican-based voters, the CPAC crowd, are the people you've got to win with, because in a primary election, when there are multiple candidates in a primary, those who vote mostly are like the activist people, right? Which are CPAC people, you that are listening to this program, me. And if you're turning us off, you're not going to win the primary. So do you still believe Ron DeSantis is going to announce that he's running for president? I'm not saying that he doesn't want to. I'm not saying that his plans aren't to do so. But when you look at what's going on, would he do something so self-destructive? There's no doubt his plan with all of this, California, you know, the California speech was of DeSantis's over the weekend was supposed to be a launching pad presidential announcement. It's a pre-presidential announcement speech, right? It is. That's exactly what it is. But it fizzled. How can anyone be interested in one word that he said in California after the "I am your" speech of President Trump's at CPAC? It's impossible. It's just impossible. So I've got one clip. I'm going to play it now before the break. We'll get to your calls after the break, I promise. If you're on hold, stand by. Phones are already very busy today, so keep your spot there. But this is, well, he said so much that was great, and I was going to pull a bunch of clips out and play a whole bunch of them to you. Now, this one here is the one that I think is the most important. We can talk about all the other things, but this is the only clip from the speech that I'm going to share. This is President Trump, and you'll see why I am calling it the "I am your" speech, this historic Saturday night CPAC speech by the great President Trump. Listen.
The toughest, strongest people that you can imagine. You all know his name. Big businessman, a lot of money, a lot of success, tough as hell. And he said, "Could I ask you a question, President?" Well, a friend of mine used to call me Donald, now he calls me President. "Could I ask you a question, President?" What? "How do you do it? How do you do it? Every day they send you subpoenas. Every day they're after you. They're looking to take you down at levels that nobody's ever put up with before. 7 years I've gone through this. We beat them all." But he continues. And he said to me, "Seriously, how do you do it?" "I could never do it." This is one of the toughest guys. I said, "Maybe you could." He said, "Nope, I couldn't do it. I couldn't get out of bed in the morning. But I do it for you, and that's what I'm doing it for. I do it for you." Thank you very much. And if you put me back in the White House, their reign is over. Their reign will be over. And they know it. And America will be a free nation once again. We're not a free nation right now. We don't have free press. We don't have free anything. In 2016, I declared, "I am your voice." Today I add, "I am your warrior. I am your justice. And for those who have been wronged and betrayed, I am your retribution. I am your retribution." Totally obliterate the deep state.
Well, yeah, that last part I left in there too. That's amazing. The "I am your" speech. We'll take our break and be back with your calls. I'm Brian. Don't go anywhere.
Don't sit on the sidelines.
Oh, man. Am I the only one with goosebumps? I've got goosebumps, man. Do you got any of you have goosebumps listening to that? I can't be the only one with goosebumps. I know you guys do too. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Oh, man. That is just so exciting, that speech. It really is. Oh, boy. There's only one opening on the board. Yeah. I was like in tears listening to that the first time. It was just powerful. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Everyone click that notification bell and please like the video. Yeah, that is something else. Oh boy. Am I alone in this? Tell me yes or no. Was that Trump's greatest speech ever? I say yes. And it was so relevant to everything that's going on right now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, we'll come back.
On the air since 1977, it's the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
All right, it is Monday. I'm Brian Craig. If you're on hold, stand by. We're talking about what I consider to be President Trump's greatest speech. I am dubbing it the I Am Your Speech. And I think that's a good name for this speech, the I Am Your Speech at CPAC Saturday night. If you're on hold, we'll go to the phones with your thoughts on the speech in just a moment at 1-888-465-2631, 1-888-465-2631. Now, it is March. It's March 6th. And there is a massive March sale going on at MyPillow.com with our promo code Kane, of course, Kane. It is the MyPillow March Madness sale. And I'm not kidding. You know, you can save up to 80. You can save up to 80% off MyPillow products with our promo code Kane at checkout, Kane. Now, you can take advantage of all the specials at MyPillow.com with our promo code Kane, not just the ones I highlight, but during this March MyPillow Madness sale that's going on, saving up to 80% off, I'm going to highlight what I consider my favorites and the must-haves. And you know, next month, it will be 2 years that I've been sleeping on my MyPillow mattress topper. I have the MyPillow 3-inch mattress topper. My wife and I have been sleeping on it for 2 years next month. I remember it came in the mail on a Saturday, and we slept on it that night. And, you know, I get up so early in the morning during the week that even on the weekends, I wake up well before the sun comes up. And that first night with my MyPillow mattress topper, I woke up, it was Sunday morning, and the sun was out. I had not slept. until the sun came out in years. And it's because of the 3-inch MyPillow mattress topper. It will change your life. You know, with the 3-inch MyPillow mattress topper, you'll never wake up sore or creaking or having a hard time moving in the morning. You wake up, you're fresh, you're ready to go. You don't have any muscle cramps. You're not hunched over. Your neck doesn't hurt. It is a life changer. If you think you need a new mattress, don't get a new mattress. Get a 3-inch MyPillow mattress topper. It is 40% off, 40% off the 3-inch MyPillow mattress topper with our promo code Kane at checkout, Kane. By the way, if you you can take advantage of all the specials there with our promo code on orders $150 and more. If you order $150 or more, you get free shipping at mypillow.com with our promo code Kane, Kane. You can also order by phone, 1-800-716-4879, 1-800-716-4879. Promo code Kane, Kane. All right, we're going to go to the phones and talk about this great speech of President Trump's. Let's go. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name's Elise.
Hi, go ahead.
Donald Trump was absolutely stunning. He looks fantastic. He couldn't have done a better job.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mother-in-law called me and told me she's leaving the Democratic Party and going for him.
Wait, over the weekend you got a call?
Yeah, my mother-in-law called me. She saw CPAC, and she said, I'm leaving the Democratic Party and I'm voting for Donald Trump.
What? Wow. What did he say that woke? I mean, that sounds like someone that's a lifelong Democrat. What?
Every single thing he said, she said, you know, he is absolutely amazing and there's no denying it, especially after the last 4 years. And I know a bunch of people that are leaving the Democratic Party and voting for him.
That's awesome. You know, it's important to do it's important to do the party switch so you can vote for him in the primary.
Oh, exactly. She's definitely voting for him in the primary.
That's awesome. That's great news. Well, you know, was there anything in the CPAC speech that stood out to you?
Yes. I can't be bought.
Yes. Can't
get to me.
That's right, because he's so rich, he can't be bought.
That whole line that he did, because it's true. Nobody can get to him. He looks amazing, and it's just amazing. I do one thing, though. I'm a Floridian, and Ron DeSantis is committing career suicide right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is.
You know what I mean? Like, this whole state will pivot and turn on him if he runs.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what Ron DeSantis is doing is almost as bad as becoming a Democrat, announcing he's becoming a Democrat. It's almost that bad. I'm serious. I'm not exaggerating.
Yeah, I'm very disappointed.
Mm-hmm. You know, I know we don't have this process in Florida, okay, like they have in other states like California. If Ron DeSantis announces he's running against Trump and then gets involved in a very nasty primary, Florida voters will start talking, even though we don't have this process, it'll still happen. People will be talking about a recall. There will be a recall petition of Ron DeSantis as governor of the state of Florida if he runs against Trump and gets nasty with him. I know we don't have that process in Florida like they have in other states, but that doesn't mean that there's not going to be a recall petition on DeSantis. There would be.
You agree.
And I'd sign it.
He's making what he's doing. All I know is it's career suicide.
Well, you know what's happened is I don't know if he's betrayed Trump or not, because as I read his book, I don't know if he ever was MAGA. I found something else I'm going to share a little bit later that really made me physically ill, that Ron DeSantis writes in his book about President Trump. But what's going on right now is he's on this high of being so popular, and he's got all these people pouring the money into him. He thinks he's lost touch with the pulse of the voters. What's happened?
Yeah, I think the wife is pushing him also.
Oh yes, they need to calm down.
They think, yeah, she needs to calm down. I think she's pushing him more than we actually know, which is beyond belief because, I mean, she just got over cancer and he's got 3 young kids under, what, 10?
Well, you know what? Many a wife have messed up their husband's careers by pushing for things.
Of course.
You know, Ron DeSantis has a clear path in 2028 if he does the right thing. And his announcement should be, I am endorsing Donald Trump and not running for president. And when his term is over, we'll have 2 years left in Trump's term. Trump can appoint him attorney general or secretary of defense or something big and important, so he can walk into the 28 nomination. But you're right, he is on the verge of destroying a career that's really just gotten started.
Yeah. So.
All right. I appreciate the call. Wow, that's amazing. So her mother-in-law, just because of the CPAC speech, is going to register as a Republican. She is walking away from the Democrat Party. Is that amazing? Absolutely, it's amazing. Our number 1-888-GO-CANE 1-888-465-2631. We don't have much time until the next break, so I'm not going to take any more calls till after the bottom of the hour break, because if I take a call now, I'm just going to have to cut you off, and you're not going to be able to make your point. The phones are very busy, so if you're on hold, stand by. After the bottom of the hour break, we will go back to the calls. You're listening to Florida's longest running radio show, The Steve Kane Show, on the radio since 1977, celebrating 46 years on the radio this year. My name is Brian Craig. This is where MAGA comes to talk. And I know a lot of you that are new to the program, listening to us on one of our radio stations, we are live and local in South Florida. I'm actually in Palm Beach Gardens right now, our studio, but we are live and local here in South Florida. But we have a very large audience that watch us on YouTube and listen online. So we get calls from around America and the world on this program, okay? But I'm very interested in hearing all of your thoughts on the historic CPAC speech of the greatest president ever, Donald Trump, Saturday night. That was just so amazing. And just thinking about it right now, I've got goosebumps. And I'll tell you, I was tearing up when I was listening to it Saturday night. And I know I am not the only one who was tearing up listening to Donald Trump. All right, 1-888-GO-CANE 1 is the number, 888-465-2631. Back right after this.
Making morning radio great again. It's the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
Oh, man. Isn't that amazing? Oh, now, guys, listen. Mike Lindell gave me my own MyPillow link that I have pinned in the chat, and it's also in the description of the video. And he put on it all of my favorites, because I had a meeting with them and I was talking to them, and they just asked me what some of my favorite MyPillow products are, and I told them, and then they gave me my own website. It's mypillow.com/Kane, and it has all of my favorite MyPillow items. So I know. And the 80% off section is there too. So click that link and, support my channel, support our radio show, my podcast, all my content. Use my promo code Kane, K-A-N-E. Click that link. And you got to use the promo code Kane at checkout, K-A-N-E, and load up. It is the MyPillow March Madness sale. Yeah, I ordered 2 more MyPillow 2.0s as well for my daughter. Thanks, Bruce. They're awesome. So that's amazing. I don't know why they were asking me what my favorite MyPillow products are that I have, and I told them, and then boom, like the next day they sent me this link with my own site with all of my favorites. And it's hard on the radio. It's hard for me to direct people to the site because you got to, it's /Kane, so I pinned the link to the chat and I put it in the description of the video. So if you're watching and it's not live, the link is there. I know. Isn't that something? It's amazing. I'm so excited. That speech that was more uplifting than 10 shots of espresso. And I know I'm not alone. I know you guys are with me on that. Hey, in the chat, Where's everyone located? Like what state or country or city? Oklahoma. Awesome. South Carolina. Oakwood, Illinois. Another Oklahoma. Wow, we're hot in Oklahoma today. Lighthouse Point right down the street. Texas. London in the UK. North Carolina. Pennsylvania. Indiana. Dearborn, Michigan. San Diego. It's going so fast. Arkansas. Wow. Tennessee. Pennsylvania. We're hot in Pennsylvania too. Georgia. I'm going to Georgia later this month. Southern Georgia for the weekend. New Brunswick. Miami. New Jersey. South Carolina, California, Long Island, New York, Toledo, Smithtown, New York, Rome, Wisconsin, of course, Alabama, upstate New York, Deerfield Beach, West Virginia, wow, Wisconsin, Southern California, Salem, Oregon, Ohio, Leesburg, the Villages. Oh, the Villages. That's right, Chuck's in the Villages. The Bahamas, welcome. You know what they say? It's better in the Bahamas. Do they still say that? I haven't heard that in a long time. Central Illinois, Maryland. No more Bush. I agree with that. Puerto Rico. We were just there in Old San Juan on our cruise. We went to San Juan, California. Upstate Florida. I've never heard of upstate Florida before, but Ocala, the Blue Ridge Mountains. People usually either say Central Florida, the Panhandle, South Florida, West Coast, Kentucky, Florida, Nevada. Yes, yes, yes. Upstate Florida is right next to East Korea. Oh, Trump's speech gave you hope? Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, Ozarks. Wow. Southern California. Hey, John, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Tennessee. Oh, man. Be back in just a couple minutes. Yeah, East Korea. Well, you know, Kamala Harris says America should stand up to East Korea. It's true. Long Island. I went out to dinner over the weekend and someone ordered a Long Island iced tea. I haven't heard someone order a Long Island iced tea in years. I don't know. There are 4 or 5 different alcohols in a Long Island iced tea. I had a beer. That's right. Yes, it is the Steve Kane Show. I'm Brian Craig. Welcome, everyone. Our phones are very busy at 1-888-GO-KANE-1. We're talking about what I believe is President Trump's greatest speech ever. That's right. The one he gave at CPAC on Saturday night, which was just, it was a beautiful and perfect speech. And I'm calling it the I am your speech because President Trump said, I am your warrior, I am your justice, and I am your retribution. That's right. And the I am your speech, and we'll always know when we reference the I am your speech, we're talking about March 2023, Trump at CPAC. All right, let's go to the phone. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Brian. Jeff from Maine.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, that was the best speech he's had yet, hands down.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
He needs to stick with that message of hope because our country isn't over yet. And this bid saying again, I have said there is no one else in America that could withstand what President Trump has and is going through. There is no man on the face of the planet that could have stood and done what he's done.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, now I was tearing up when I was listening to that speech. I mean, it was beautiful. And I mean, I cannot be the only guy out there who was tearing up listening to Trump's CPAC speech.
And, you know, the reason he can do this and continues to do it is because of his love of our blessed country.
Yeah.
This country. And
the American people. As opposed to the liberals, who despise the country and the people because we get in the way of their deals with China. You know, I've been talking about this for the past few weeks. A couple weeks ago, this kind of popped in my mind, and a Trump speech backed this thought up. See, President Trump's not a politician. I believe President Trump is a civil rights leader like Martin Luther King. And what he's doing is he's leading the American people to freedom from the oppression of the Washington swamp that think this is their country and we're just living in it. And he's making America great again is about making all of the American people free. He's a civil rights leader, not a politician.
That's right. And the day he takes office, gas is going down to $2 a gallon. Inflation is going to drop. People are going to go back to work and not get a check anymore to sit on their butts at home. And the military is going to be rebuilt and redone exactly like he did before. And Ukraine, that'll be over because he's going to make a phone call and say that's enough of that. And everything's going to change overnight when President Trump raises his hand.
Now, I think one of the first things he will do when he takes the oath of office for the second time, I think on that very same day, he's going to sign a pardon to the J6 prisoners. What do you think?
Amen. Brian, I forgot about that. That's probably the most important thing he can do for us veterans and patriots that know their constitutional rights were violated. And some of them actually took their lives.
Yeah.
He said I will be your retribution. He's going to make good for those people that took their lives because it's like non-Americans. That's what they were being treated.
Yeah, I think what he'll do. I think he will not. I think on his first day, and by the way, at his inauguration, at Trump's second inauguration, Ashley Babbitt's husband and mother will be there, and they'll be right there behind him when he takes the oath of office. And right after that, he's going to go sign, in memory of Ashley Babbitt, the pardoning of the January 6 prisoners. I really do believe he'll do that as one of his very first actions of his second term.
I would like to see that guy that shot her. She was completely defenseless, no weapon. He should be charged with murder.
Well, in fact, if you watch, I've seen the video of just a short time before that. She was trying to stop people, Ashley Babbitt, from going through that door and window. She went up to 2 police officers, Capitol Police, to try to get them to stop, and they wouldn't help. And she was just trying to stop people from advancing through that doorway. And
Brian, I believe if she had gone through that window, she would have turned around and stopped anyone else from coming in. What she was going to do.
That's right.
Sure, nobody else came through.
Do you agree that was Trump's greatest speech? I do. I mean, it's the greatest.
Hands down. I'll say this again. It's worth saying. President Trump's love for the country and we the people and the Constitution is second to nobody.
All right.
Those more than what he does. You can love as much, but he is willing to give up everything. In this country, and he deserves our love and respect and prayers.
Yeah, and he's the only man ever to be president who didn't become president to increase their wealth. Every other president has gone in for all kinds of crooked reasons.
He actually lost money.
Oh yeah, continues to as well.
But he can't be bought, and they don't know what to do. they are beside themselves because the man cannot be bought.
Well, you know, Donald Trump, he's like Elliot Ness and his untouchables. He's an untouchable.
Yes.
All right, Jeff.
Christians could do that.
None.
Here and say, I've done nothing wrong. Not many.
Yeah. You know, all these presidents are rich. He's the only one I know of that wouldn't take a salary. He tried to take no salary. They wouldn't let him, so we donated it.
Right.
Yeah.
I tell you what, this is going to be the turning. Oh, and one thing on DeSantis. DeSantis is going to see the writing on the wall right away. He's supposed to be the one that can compete with him, and he's not even close. So that might help Trump with all these others that are thinking about trying to run, saying, geez, DeSantis can't even come in second close. What are we in here for? So it might end up helping in the end. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, and DeSantis probably was not at CPAC because he knew he was going to be creamed in the straw poll. And if he went there and spoke, and got creamed, it would be really humiliating for him.
I agree with that. Ryan, have a great day, bro.
All right, Jeff. Yeah, you know, this is the thing. DeSantis has an opportunity to save his career and reputation, come out, announce that he's endorsing Trump and not running. He's got to do it, or it's over for him. And I told a caller in the last segment, if Ron DeSantis runs against Trump and puts up a nasty campaign as would be expected, Florida Republicans, MAGA Floridians, will start a recall petition for the governor. Now, again, we don't have a recall system in Florida, but it'll still happen. And you know what? I'd sign that petition. Wouldn't you? Absolutely. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Mike from Louisiana.
Hey, Mike, did I interrupt your breakfast?
Yeah, kind of, but
Finish the bite, and then talk. I don't want to talk to a guy with food in his mouth. That's gross.
yeah, and I'm sorry. I'm done now, but yeah, you're right. And here's the deal: you talk about this is the "I am yours" speech. That's the exact speech. That's how's it? The Reagan speech, "Morning in America," and all that stuff. That's what that speech is known for. This is the "I am yours" speech.
I love it.
You know, and that's the point. And look, the straw poll. This isn't the first poll that has had him more than double digits ahead of.
It's every poll. Every poll against DeSantis has Trump double digits ahead. Every poll.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And I mean, look, he needs to come out right away and say he's not running, DeSantis.
And endorsing Trump.
Right, and endorsing Trump. Because, I mean, we knew that Fox wasn't going to show the audience. We knew that CNN and the rest of them weren't going to show the audience. But I watched the speech on RSBN. And as they were panning around the room showing the audience, you could see the tears in the people's eyes, the relief on their face. I mean, they were holding the phones up and recording the speech, but you could see that stuff you could see the people's faces and how they were reacting to it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm tearing up now just listening to you talk about it. Was there a highlight in that speech for you?
Yours.
Yeah.
I am your retribution. I mean that he could have said, "I am your reciprocity." Yeah.
I am your warrior. I am your justice. I am your retribution. He said.
And that's what this speech is going. Yeah, he had a bunch of red meat and a bunch of other things in the speech, but that's what this speech is going to be remembered for. The "I am yours."
That's right.
And the fact of the matter is there is nobody else. There is nobody that's gonna come close to him. And if Ron DeSantis thinks he is, then he's delusional.
That's right. Hey, listen, I got to run for the break, but he's right. He is delusional. You're right about that. Okay, callers on hold, stand by. It's the Steve Kane Show. I'm Brian. We'll be back with your calls after this.
The Cold.
Oh, man. Have all of you subscribed to my channel? I know you haven't all liked the video today. Please like the video. You know, you guys like the video, it will share this video and all of my other videos to great MAGA people on YouTube that have not yet discovered my channel. And that will, of course, help my channel grow and get the word out. This is the most pro-Donald Trump, pro-MAGA channel on all of YouTube. No doubt about it. Oh, man. What a great, great speech that was. Oh. I could care less what Chris Christie has to say, tell you the truth. No, I don't listen to that guy. I don't listen to him. He's just ticked off. He didn't make him the attorney general. You know. He didn't want to take a salary, but they made him. So he wanted to take $1 a year. They wouldn't let him. So he donated it every time. I mean, that's amazing. None of these guys do that. They're such greedy scumbags. You know, it's all for them. Yeah, if Trump was, if Trump was in the White House right now, he would donate his next check to East Palestine. You know that, right? Oh, yeah. Of course he would. The presidential salary is $400,000 a year. They get paid quarterly, so every quarter he donated it. Well, thanks, Ron. Oh, man. Lauderhill, Florida. Welcome, welcome. I know I need a haircut when my hats get tight and I got to adjust them. I haven't had a haircut like in a month, over a month. I got one right before the cruise. All right, welcome back, one and all. 47 minutes after the hour. It is Monday. You're listening to Florida's longest running radio show, The Steve Kane Show. My name is Brian Craig. Don't forget, Alexa, play True Oldies FLA. Hey, Google, play True Oldies FLA. Now, listen, real estate in Florida is hot. And when you are listing your house, you want to call Elena Castro. By the way, she covers the entire area here from the Treasure Coast all the way south to Miami. And she knows real estate. And she knows how to get you top dollar when you're selling your house. Real estate has never been selling for more money than it is right now. And Elena Castro has a way to get you multiple offers. And when you got multiple offers, you've got people competing for your home. That means you're going to get asking price, get above asking price. At these high real estate prices, holy smokes. I know, it's a ton of money. It's like winning the lottery. Call Elena Castro. Her number, 954-478-5015. This number rings directly to Elena Castro's cell phone. If you're looking to buy or rent, you can call her and she'll help you too. And she'll help you buy great prices and rent and if as well. But and also from the Treasure Coast south to Miami. But if you're looking to list your home, she's going to get you top dollar. She'll walk you through how she'll do it when you call her. 954-478-5015. And Elena Castro was introduced to us by Tom Laporta from Laporta Contracting. Okay, so he's a good MAGA guy. He'll never sell you a roof you do not need. So you know when he recommends someone like Elena Castro that she is honest and tops in her field. 954-478-5015. 954-478-5015. Call Elena Castro. Make sure you tell her you heard about her on the radio. Good morning. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hey, Maria.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, I'm great.
Yeah. I have a very, very good feeling. Not only feeling, but I feel great because I heard President Donald J. Trump Saturday, and oh my God, I was like the milk in front of my TV. And nothing can get me in front of from being in front of my TV, watching him, listening to him. But then I got a really, really emotion when he was talking about these prosecutors, how they out to get him. He said he done nothing wrong. And they left the DOJ to be a prosecutor just to go after him.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, how could anyone vote against him? How could anyone believe anything else that the DOJ and the FBI say? I can't. I'm sorry. I'm done with them.
Yeah, and he said in his CPAC speech, the I Am Your speech on Saturday night, that he is going to fire all of these deep staters.
Yes. That was one of the perfect speech that I have ever heard him say. And it was another thing that was funny when he went and he was acting like he was Jovan's son, and he was like acting like, the son was talking to a father, saying, "Oh, they got me now, Father, what I'm gonna do, what you gonna do."
He said, Biden says to Hunter, "What's on the laptop? Everything illegal you've ever done." I was like, oh my goodness.
It was so fun, and then when I got at the end, I got very emotional because he was telling us what's gonna happen, and then he did an interview saying what if they was to indict him. He said, "I don't care, I'm going nowhere because they can't touch me, they can't intimidate me, and the main thing he said, they can't buy me."
That's right.
The things about buying him. And I was like, oh my God, this is it. This is it. And I have two words to say to Ron DeSantis. Don't try it.
There you go.
Get on your news and tell your news people, Fox News them, that you are not running, and tell President Trump you are not running. Because if you do, you're going to get beat up back.
Yeah, this is the end of his career, and if he does this, and we're trying to help DeSantis here, he's on a path to destroy his career. As it, if he announced he was running and actively ran and got nasty with Trump, you're a Florida voter, I'm a Florida voter. Would you sign a recall petition on Governor DeSantis if he betrayed us that way? I would.
100%. 100%.
Mm-hmm.
No. We've been through the war. We've been through it for years. We finally have somebody to come forward and support us and help us. And I don't want to hear it. I will vote 100% to have him removed.
And if DeSantis still has a way to save himself and guarantee the nomination in 2028, he's got to come out publicly, announce that he's not running and is endorsing Donald Trump.
Yes, you got to. If you don't, like I said, he's done.
It's done. He's done.
People are talking about this. They're talking about him, and they're saying that he's hanging around with these never Trump. But that's what I was afraid of. That it started going on a couple of months ago, and it's true. He have been.
Well, I started getting worried at Governor DeSantis's inauguration, his second inauguration, when the First Lady of Florida, Casey, was dressed like Melania at the president. She was overdressed. She was dressed for a presidential inauguration, not a governor's inauguration.
Yeah, that's true.
So I agree. I agree that his wife is also pushing him into a very bad place with this. But he could correct it. All right, take care, Maria. I appreciate the call. All right, take care. Take care. Great calls today, by the way. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is Richie.
Hey, Richie.
I'm gonna be the devil's advocate here. It was a great speech. I'm 100% behind Trump. I think the enthusiasm behind Trump is great. It's at 30%, and you still got 70% out there. President Trump is not in the White House right now because they didn't want him in the White House. The fact of the matter is that
Excuse me. No, it's not. CPAC. You're talking about like Tulsi Gabbard and Nikki Haley. You know, are you kidding me? Now, hold on, Richie. Hold on, Richie. You said you're going to play devil's advocate. So you don't believe any of this. You're just faking it. No, you're just faking it. That means
reality. Okay, here's the deal. I forgot they call it the growth. They got all the money, the Republicans with all the bucks. There's going to be a tremendous amount of money against President Trump that is going to be thrown in here. That's number one. You're still with me, right?
Yeah.
Listen, he's up against quite a machine that kept him out of the White House this last time, and it's even worse.
The CPAC is not it's conservatives, but it's filled with Republican establishment never Trumpers. That's why it was in DC, not in Florida. And they have a lot of never Trumpers that were there all weekend. It's a very establishment kind of thing. In fact, there was a photograph on Twitter of a pig balloon or a rat balloon of Donald Trump that was on display there. And so to say that this is some Trump fest, you couldn't be more uninformed.
Well, here's the deal. I listened to these shows over the weekend. They're never Trumpers, okay? You got the guy Christie. You got Sununu. Sununu said, this is what Sununu said: I'll support the Republican nominee, but President Trump won't be the nominee, guaranteed.
Yeah.
And I listened to that, and then he said there's going to be room for if it's Trump against Biden again, would he? And so, in other words, if they break it up, we're doomed. We're doomed. It can't be a third party. It'll be against Trump. You understand that?
No, I think you're wrong. You know, the the Republican voting base, there's no way that this is not getting back to DeSantis's people. And I don't care how much Bush family money and friends are whispering in their ears. They have got to start to see the pulse. You don't think they're monitoring this program and others and listening to callers say what they're saying about him? Of course they are.
I think we've been deceived. I think DeSantis has been cloned by the Bushes and the never Trumpers. I really think, and the fact that he isn't announcing now, Laura Loomer told you why he wasn't going to announce. He's waiting they're waiting to change the law in Florida that if he doesn't win, he goes right back to the governor.
Yeah. All right, Richie, I gotta run, but thanks for the call. Our number 888-GO-CANE-1. That's what happens when you watch too much Fox News channel, and frankly, and that's what Richie does. If you're on hold, stand by. I want to talk about my chiropractor, Dr. Philip Appleton, who changed my life. You know, Dr. Appleton rid me of years of suffering from my knee pain after I had that skateboarding accident, rid me of a lot of pain and suffering. Oh, man, from my arthritis pain in my finger. And, you know, the arthritis pain gone, has not returned after just one treatment with this laser away pain treatment. That's absolutely amazing. My knee, years of suffering, 2 treatments, pain gone. And his laser away pain treatment that Dr. Appleton has is completely painless. There's no injections, no drugs, no surgery, no downtime. It works on all kinds of pain too: arthritis, bursitis, strains and sprains, post-surgical swelling, neck injuries, back injuries, any joint problem, knee conditions, not just injuries, any other knee conditions, tinnitus, sciatica, spinal stenosis, fibromyalgia, rotary tears, herniated discs, acute pain, chronic pain. If you're in pain, call Dr. Appleton. He is a chiropractic physician, and he wants to rid you of his pain. His laser away pain treatment works. It's amazing. He's open Monday through Saturday. Appointments are not necessary, and walk-ins are welcome. Here's the number, 954-973-0710. 954-973-0710. That's 954-973-0710. Online, AppletonChiro.com. Go see him, talk to him about his laser away pain treatment, and say bye-bye to your pain. All right? You do not have to live with pain. I thought I did. I don't. Call Dr. Appleton. All right. 1 hour down, 2 to go. Callers on hold. Stand by. It's the Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest running radio show on the radio since 1977. Our number toll free, 1-888-465-2631. Back after this.
WWNN Pompano Beach.
Oh, Richie's out of his mind. Richie is out of his mind. Oh, man. Ron DeSanctimonious. Well, you know, the DeSantis people, believe me, have heard this show and are hearing what the callers are saying. And that's why a lot of times I've been asking today this question about to Florida voters if they would sign a recall petition on Governor DeSantis if he ran against Trump and got nasty with him. They need to hear this. We don't have a recall process in Florida, but it's still important. Now, listen, guys, it is the MyPillow March Madness sale. And in the description of the YouTube video, if you're not watching live, or if you're watching live, pinned at the top of the chat, Mike Lindell gave me my own MyPillow website that has my favorites. You can save up to 80% off MyPillow products with my promo code Kane at checkout, Kane. Click that link and support all of my content and buy something from MyPillow with my promo code Kane. And there's a lot of things there that I don't talk about too much, but these are definitely my favorites and must-haves, and there's incredible deals there. The MyPillow 2.0 with the cooling technology is still buy one, get one free. The MyPillow bathrobes, just $59.98. That's a huge deal. The buy one, get one free offer on the Giza Dream Sheets, that's another amazing one. All these are my favorites. The MyPillow My Slippers, just $49.98. And they got a whole bunch of new sizes for men and women. They got smaller sizes and larger and big and wide sizes. At the very, very bottom, the MyPillow Pet Bed, it's just $19.99. Throw blankets, all of their blankets, their comforters, everything, all of my favorites. The MyPillow body pillow is normally $118, just $39.99. And they have multiple colors for the pillowcases, which is new. They have, let's see here, 3, 6, 7 different colors. No, 10 different colored pillowcases that you can get for the body pillow, just $39.99. It's amazing. So, and free shipping on orders of $150 or more with my promo code KANE, Kane. So it's a great way to support my content. But Mike Lindell's office, they called me over the weekend and told me about this March Madness MyPillow sale that's going on. So take advantage. And plus, you're supporting all my content when you do that. Oh, man. Do a quick recap, and then I'm going to go to the phones. No. No, you can't trust DeSantis. Can't trust him. Tell your doctor if you've had hepatitis B or C, have flu-like symptoms, are prone to infections, or never had a heart attack. Cannot be trusted anymore. Ask your doctor about prescription Xeljanz. Visit Xeljanz.com or call 1-844-XELJANZ. Oh, that's great, James.
Back to the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
All right, we are back. Callers on hold, stand by. I'm Brian Craig. It is the Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest running radio show. Oh, let me do a quick recap, and then I'll go right back to the phones. We're talking about what I believe is President Trump's greatest speech ever, his CPAC speech Saturday night. I'm calling it the I am your speech. And I just have one audio soundbite of President Trump. It was a great speech. I've heard it and seen it 6 times, maybe 7, since Saturday night, including the original time I heard it. And it's just a beautiful speech that he gave. And I just have this one clip, and this is just the hair. I haven't even played it yet, and the hair is sticking up on my arms. I'm so excited. This is President Trump Saturday night at CPAC.
I had a man come up to me the other day, one of the toughest, strongest people that you can imagine. You all know his name, big businessman, a lot of money, a lot of success, tough as hell. And he said, could I ask you a question, President? Well, a friend of mine used to call me Donald, now he calls me President. Could I ask you a question, President? What? How do you do it? How do you do it? Every day they send you subpoenas. Every day they're after you. They're looking to take you down at levels that nobody's ever put up with before. 7 years I've gone through this. We beat them all. But it continues. And he said to me, seriously, how do you do it? I could never do it. This is one of the toughest guys. I said, maybe you could. He said, nope, I couldn't do it. I couldn't get out of bed in the morning. But I do it for you, and that's what I'm doing it for. I do it for you. Thank you very much. And if you put me back in the White House, their reign is over. Their reign will be over. And they know it. And America will be a free nation once again. We're not a free nation right now. We don't have free press. We don't have free anything. In 2016, I declared, I am your voice. Today I add, I am your warrior. I am your justice. And for those who have been wronged and betrayed, I am your retribution. I am your retribution.
Thank you, Mindy.
I will totally obliterate the deep state.
Yeah, I like that. The deep state will be gone. Okay, so yeah. So your thoughts on that CPAC speech. Also, do you think that DeSantis is still going to announce that he's running? And if he does and gets nasty with Trump, would you sign a recall petition of Governor DeSantis? Again, I got to do the disclaimer every time. I know we don't have a recall process in Florida, but we can still have a petition and we can sign it. And I'll tell you, I'd sign it at the first opportunity. Wouldn't you? Absolutely. Let's go. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Good morning. Once, twice. All right. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah. Hey, good morning, Brian. It's Greg.
Oh, hey, Greg.
There's so many portions of what your commentary you stated. For example, you want to recall Ron DeSantis as our governor.
Is that what you're telling all your minions out there, these followers that think Donald Trump walks on water? That you want him out of office?
No, that's not what I said. I said if he puts a run up against Trump and gets nasty in it, then then I would sign a recall petition, which I know would be meaningless because we don't have that process. But yeah, I think Ron DeSantis, what, to write my name down? What to write my name down? That doesn't take any time.
You'll be the only one on the list.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Listen, I went in for outpatient surgical test, and this is the honest truth. A lady that was weighing me down, I had to have like a catheter inserted just to check for beyond everything's fine. I know you're unhappy about that. But listen, know what this nurse said? She goes, whispered in my ear. We talked about politics. She goes, yeah, I shouldn't say this around here. She goes, I like Trump, but people hate Biden. And I go, yeah, I know. And then she whispered again, she goes, but unfortunately, people hate Trump more.
First off, I don't buy any of that crap. The other day, Biden, hey, slow down. A couple days ago, don't tell me what to do. The other day, Biden was talking about being in a hospital and having a nurse whisper in his ear. I played the clip. It was end of last week. And coincidentally, you had a nurse whisper in your ear over the weekend. By the way, a nurse that's got her penis in your hand for the catheter. She just whispered in your ear.
Oh, first of all, listen, it was inserted through my wrist, number one. She did whisper in my ear. I didn't even hear your Biden clip. I'm like, now like you're...
Okay, so it's just a coincidence that you and Biden both have nurses whispering in your ears. Give me a break. Nurses don't whisper in people's ears.
You know what? Why would I make up something like that? Like your other...
Because you're pathetic. Why? Because you're pathetic.
No, you're pathetic. You're the one that can't go on any trip except for your cruise to Orlando. That's your life experience. You leave your wife every weekend and go up to Orlando.
No, I don't.
That.
So this is interesting. Excuse me. Hey, don't slow down. Hey, I'm here till 9. You don't have to rush. Don't worry. And I'm here 5 days a week. Okay. So obviously, I was right about the fake nurse story whispered in your ear, and you're going where no gentleman would ever go. You're bringing up my wife. What a low life thing for a guy to do.
Bring up, you bring up everyone else's wives. You bring up Mitch McConnell. Oh, who would even want to marry that guy? He's ugly. That's okay to attack all these people.
You don't think Mitch McConnell is ugly?
That's men like you. I don't judge men. I don't look at men on their looks, Brian. Donald Trump, if he wasn't a billionaire, would have Melania as his wife.
Oh yeah, he was with beautiful women before he was a billionaire. When he was just a millionaire. See, I know. See, notice how triggered this guy got when I called out his nurse story. Is there? I want to listen. How many other men in this? Hey, slow down. I'm going to throw this out as a running question throughout the program. How many men have had nurses whisper in their ear like Greg and Biden have?
She was in her 50s, and she goes, but I was surprised when she said they hate Trump even more. I was surprised by it. She's a conservative. She's Trump. And she's afraid to say it in front of the other staff member.
Yeah.
Because they might take offense to it. And that is the honest truth. I don't make this stuff out of the thin air.
No, you stole it. You stole it from Biden. You stole it from Biden's lie. I know. It's just a coincidence.
Let me ask you a question. Let's get back to the thing. How do you think Melania? She's in a pride. She's in beautiful condition. She's a beautiful woman. And she's with Donald Trump, a 78-year-old.
Well, he wasn't 70. He wasn't 70. He wasn't 78 when they got married. They've been married almost 20 years.
Some more vibrant, like in your age.
Oh, okay. So you don't believe in true love. You don't believe in true love.
Do you really think they're truly in love? I've never seen them affectionate together in public. I've never seen him like kiss her, his arm around her. I've never seen them smile together.
Well, then you're just not watching.
Watch them like hug and kiss and embrace each other in effect.
Well, the president and the first lady don't neck and make out on TV. I'll agree with that. Listen, you're in luck. It's time for a break. If you're on hold, stand by. Oh my! Does anyone believe his story about the nurse whispering in his ear? We'll be right back.
Don't sit on the sidelines. Get in on the action.
Does anyone believe that story? Let me see if I can find the clip, because I know it was last week, but I don't remember when last week. Exactly. Let me see if I can find the nurse thing, because that was, I don't remember when. Well, let's see. I'm pretty sure it was last week. Yeah. Oh, here it is. I found the Biden nurse comment. Okay.
Professional installation teams do it for you, usually within a few days. We're family owned and operated for over 30 years. Wheel Floor is your hometown floor store that has it all. Visit us online at wheelfloor.com.
This is Lori Kane. When people go to the dentist, they think of the pain, but the biggest pain is the cost. Not with Dr. Gupta at Brighton Dental Care. The dental work is painless, and the prices are painless too. Call today, 954-922-4633. 954-922-4633. That's 954-922.
Yeah, this was Tuesday last week. He made the comment, and I had it last Wednesday.
The following message is sponsored by the Florida Department of Elder Affairs, the Florida Association of Broadcasters, and this radio station.
It was an opportunity for me to put everything I was as a person into work.
They have so much to offer, and they need to be
Unbelievable.
respected and taken care of and listened to.
She whispers in his ear about Trump and Biden. Give me a break.
For more information, go to ombudsman.elderaffairs.org. That's ombudsman.elderaffairs.org.
You're a Florida homeowner, and you know that real estate is selling for the highest prices ever. With so many
I got the Biden nurse clip. I'm going to play it.
And to get top dollar, that's where licensed real estate agent Elena Castro comes in. She's with Ballesteri Real Estate, that's been in business since 1964.
If you're on hold, hang in there, guys. Oh, you're on hold? Okay. Yeah, the phones are busy. You don't want to lose your spot. Greg thinks I'm too busy to sign a petition, but he's been on hold. I don't know for how long he was on hold for. Then he talked to me. Yeah, he's in the chat. I'm sure he's watching.
If you're looking to buy, she can help you with that too. Give Elena Castro a call right now. 954-478-5015. 954-478-5015. Need your house listed and sold for the price you want. 954-478-5015.
Unreal.
954-478-5015.
On the air since 1977, it's the Steve Kane Show with Brian.
All right, I found the Biden nurse clip. I'm going to play it in a moment. But before we get to that, I want to talk about Forever Youth. Any lab tests now of Boca and any lab tests now of Coral Springs have been with us on the Steve Kane Show for years now, and they do great work. It's any lab test now of Boca is where I go for all of my lab tests. Any lab test now of Coral Springs is where Steve goes. And they expanded right next door to any lab test now of Boca. They expanded into Forever Youth, okay? And they have all kinds of great services that they're offering at discounts if you're a listener to the Steve Kane Show. But I want to talk about the CoolSculpting Elite, which is FDA approved. They have a massive special going on this. I'll tell you about it in just a moment. Now, the CoolSculpting Elite does everything liposuction does without that invasive surgical procedure. Listen, go online, not after you've eaten, not before you're going to eat, Look up the liposuction procedure online. It is barbaric. I can't believe they do it. It's like being in a butcher shop. They have this vacuum they put inside of you. They stick it. Oh, my goodness. The CoolSculpting Elite does everything liposuction does and more without that invasive surgical procedure. It's in office and it's painless, okay? They freeze the fat away, and then they sculpt that area of your body to look in the shape that you want it to look in. And it works on all areas of fat on your body: stomach, love handles, the bat wings on the back of the arms, the double chins, or just where it's just one big neck like Mitch McConnell, back fat, leg fat, Wherever you have fat, the CoolSculpting Elite will work. And they have an incredible special going on through the month of March at Forever Youth, which is in the Sandalwood Plaza where the Western Beef is, right next to any lab test now of Boca, on the east side of 441 State Road 7, south of Palmetto and north of Hillsborough. And here's what the special, they have a lot of specials going on, but this one's a big one you want to take advantage of. You can have 8 areas of body fat treated with the CoolSculpting Elite at Forever Youth for the price of 4. So it's basically half off. That's, well, I guess it would be half off. That is a great deal. I'm going to give you the number. When you call, make sure you tell them you heard about them on the radio. 561-717-8081. 561-717-8081. That's 561-717-8081. All right. So if you're on hold, stand by. I found the Biden nurse clip. So Greg told a story in the last segment that I'm going to call BS on. He was talking about, while he had a catheter in, a nurse started whispering in his ear, right, about Biden and Trump. And I called him out on it because just last week, Biden told this bizarre creeper story of a nurse and him in the hospital. And I say, hey, you stole this story from Biden. So I found the audio of Biden. I played this last Wednesday, so he made the comments on Tuesday, Biden. Listen.
And Pearl Nelson was military. She'd come in and do things that I don't think you learn in medical school, nursing school. She'd whisper in my ear. I couldn't understand her. She'd whisper, she'd lean down. She'd actually breathe on me to make sure that there was a connection, a human connection. She even went home and brought back her pillow.
Okay, there you go. So there's nurses whispering in Biden's ear and nurses whispering in Greg's ear. Oh, my goodness. All right, let's go. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Good morning. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? All right, once, twice. That's it. You're out. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Greg, it's Lisa in Texas.
Hey, Lisa.
Hey, listen, yeah, definitely Bravo Sierra for the great guy that called. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Bravo Sierra. What does that mean?
That's BS.
Oh, okay. Oh, Bravo Sierra. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm a little slow this morning, I guess. I didn't quite pick up on that.
No problem.
So did you catch Trump at CPAC?
Oh, my gosh, you bet I did. I got home just in time from work. I couldn't believe it. And I turned it on, and there he was just about to speak. And I listened to the whole thing, and same thing like you. I had goosebumps. It made me teary-eyed. You know, I get teary-eyed thinking about it now just because of the warrior. You know, he's standing up for us. That man believes in America. He believes in us, the patriots. And I wrote an email to DeSantis last week, even though I'm not living in Florida. I wrote an email to him and said, if he runs, I'm not voting for him. And I told him exactly why. And I plan on sending one once a week.
Yeah. I mean, I think that speech on Saturday night at CPAC, the I Am Your speech by President Trump, historic and his best speech ever. If Ron DeSantis, after that speech, didn't say to himself, I better not run. It's, he's completely out of touch with reality. And a lot of people are asking me, why do I keep talking about DeSantis on the show? Because this is the political show of record in the state of Florida, the Steve Kane Show. This is the longest running radio show. This is where MAGA comes to talk. And believe me, this show is being monitored by the powers that be, perhaps the governor himself. And people around DeSantis and the governor need to know what the MAGA voters, especially of Florida, because we're in South Florida, think about him running against Trump. We're trying to help him save a career that has just begun. And he's about to destroy it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, your podcast the other night and the other things you talked about last week about his book, I mean, he's revealing who his backers really are. And my husband, he's like, I'll never trust the man again, DeSantis.
No.
And, to hear Trump, Trump is like he said it in his speech, I didn't know a lot the first time I went in, but now I know exactly what I'm going to be doing. And not only, is he going to, he knows now to fire everybody, not just a few people, but all those appointed people in cabinets that he was probably worried about maybe ruffling too many feathers. When a boss comes in, you don't want to change everything. Well, now he knows he's got to change it all.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I was surprised that Fox carried the speech.
Oh, I'm amazed. But, they realize the MAGA base is still huge. People try to denounce it, but it's huge still. I know so many people, even here in Austin, Texas, that are Trump supporters. I saw a guy, he wore his Trump hat into my grocery store the other day. I said, you are a brave soul, and I'm with you.
Yeah. I'm going to California to see my daughter soon. And I've been warned by people to leave my MAGA gear in Florida and not take it to California, to Southern California.
Yeah, I can believe that. I mean, it's rough out there. People, for all the supposed bleeding heart liberals that love everyone and accept everything, no, they don't.
Yeah.
And they hurt you. They will hurt you.
Oh, well, yeah, they absolutely will. Was there any moment in that speech, that CPAC from President Trump, that stands out to you?
Oh, gosh, so much of it does.
I'll tell you one thing he said that I thought was pretty cool. He was talking about that NATO building. He says they built the NATO headquarters out of glass. He says one tank would have knocked the whole NATO headquarters out. He says you build a bunker, not a glass building for that NATO headquarters. People in government are stupid. Stupid.
Well, I'm off tomorrow, so I'm going to listen to it again, because like you, when you listen to it again, you hear stuff you might have missed because you're thinking, while you're listening.
Or he says something and you get so excited, you're like, oh my God, and then you miss something. Yeah.
Exactly. And the way he ended it was just absolutely perfect.
Oh, yeah.
He is our warrior. He is our justice. He's our retribution. I mean.
And our voice.
Our voice. He is our voice. And that means so much. And everybody realizes that, as well as the people that don't like him. And they're just going to have to face it. He's going to be the man. Well,
I'll tell you what with the straw poll and everything else shows is that the fake news media, which includes Fox, have not been able to redefine him. That the voters still love him more than they ever have before. And Ron DeSantis needs to wake up. All right, I got to run for our break, but thanks for the call. Callers on hold, stand by. It's the Steve Kane Show. My name's Brian Craig. Alexa, play True Oldies FLA. Alexa, volume 8. Hey, Google, play True Oldies FLA. Hey, Google, volume 9. We'll be right back.
Making morning radio great again. It's the Steve.
Oh, my. How exciting. Hey, give me a 1 if you've watched Trump's CPAC speech more than once, even if you just watched part of it over again. Give me a 1 if you watched it more than once. I know. More than once, you give a 1. I know. It's funny, isn't it? Yeah, Lisa's calls are always good. A lot of people watched it more than once. Yeah. I had it on loop on my TV all day, over and over again. I found a YouTube channel that just was running a live stream, just had the CPAC speech in continuous loop. It was amazing. Oh, it's beautiful. It was a beautiful speech. Oh, man. It's unreal. Now, listen, guys. The MyPillow March Madness sale is going on right now. You can save up to 80% of MyPillow products with my promo code Kane at checkout, K-A-N-E. So if you want to support all of my content, my YouTube channel, the radio show, my podcast, everything I do, and Mike Lindell, use my promo code. And Mike gave me my own MyPillow website, which I have pinned in the chat if you're watching live. If you're not watching live, it is linked in the description of the video. And they put together, Mike Lindell, my own website with all of my MyPillow favorites. So the MyPillow 100% Giza Cotton Dream Sheets, I have 6 sets of these, are buy one, get one free with the promo code Kane right now. And the ones that are made of that 100% Giza Cotton that perfectly regulate your body temperature. The MyPillow 2.0 with the cooling technology is buy one, get one free. So go and use my promo code Kane, K-A-N-E, and load up during the MyPillow March Madness sale that's going on. Save up to 80% off. Oh, great deals. I'm so excited. That speech is just amazing. If you happen to be on hold, hang in there.
Tours invite you on an unforgettable journey to the breathtaking wine country of Portugal on a first-class river cruise sailing down the Douro River from August 23rd through September 2nd. You'll visit awe-inspiring medieval towns, sipping wine from vineyards decorating the coastline. Free round-trip airfare.
Oh, man. Make sure you all like the video. Okay, that helps me so much, guys. Like the video. Subscribe if you're new. This is the most pro-Donald Trump MAGA channel on all of YouTube, guys. Oh. Now, Lisa's calls are always very good. No, you don't have to be conservative to call. You can be a never Trumper or a Democrat to call. All right, we're getting ready to come back in about a minute. Minute and a half, we'll be back. Oh, man. Well, we're halfway through. I haven't even gotten to my stuff yet. Yeah, that speech was just beautiful. Why do you guys think Fox aired the speech? I've got some theories on that. I think I know exactly what happened, which I'll get into in a bit. But first, I'm going to read one more thing of DeSantis betraying Trump in his book. This is DeSantis's book, and it's on the. I haven't gotten farther than page 81 because I've been busy, but on page 78 begins another betrayal of Trump. I'm going to read that when we get back. All right, I'm Brian Craig. It is the Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest running radio show on the radio since 1977. Callers on hold, stand by. We're talking about President Trump's historic CPAC speech. I believe it was his best speech. I am dubbing it the I am your speech. I am your voice. I am your warrior. I am your retribution. And just a beautiful speech, his best speech ever. And we're talking about what's going on with Ron DeSantis, the betrayal of DeSantis. and everything that's happening with DeSantis. Call us on hold, stand by. I'm going to go to the phones, but I'm going to share something new here, and I want to hear comments on this. Now, Ron DeSantis has had to have gotten some insight that that the MAGA voting base don't want him running against Donald Trump. It's career ending. And the base is what's important. In primaries, the people that mostly vote in primaries are kind of an activist base of each of the parties, okay? That's why when candidates run in primaries, they're either more liberal or more conservative than they are in the general election, because they've got to cater their message to the activist part of the party that vote in primaries. And the activist wing of the conservative voting base is telling DeSantis, don't do it. I believe running against Trump, Ron DeSantis would be doing damage almost as bad as if he became a Democrat. And that there would, even though we don't have a recall process in the state of Florida, recall petitions would begin, and people, including myself, would sign them, even though they had no meeting, just to send the message. So I got Ron DeSantis's book last week, and on Friday's show, I shared a little bit of it, and I've only gotten to page 81. I've been very busy this weekend and didn't have time to read beyond page 81. But on page 78, there's a major betrayal of President Trump. And if Trump's team over at Mar-a-Lago, Peter Navarro and Christina Bobb and others are tuning in, page 78 of DeSantis's book is pretty disgusting. Okay, now, yeah. Ron DeSantis almost lost the Republican primary for the governor's race until Trump came in and saved him, okay? He endorsed him. He rallied for him. He campaigned for him. I voted for Ron DeSantis because Donald Trump told me to, okay? And he would have lost the primary if it were not for Donald Trump. So he talks about Trump's help at page 78. In late 2017, I asked the president, that'd be President Trump, in late 2017, I asked the president if he would be willing to send out a tweet touting me as a good candidate for Florida governor. Then he skips down, and this is the tweet from President Trump. Congressman Ron DeSantis is a brilliant young leader, Yale and then Harvard Law, who would make a great governor of Florida. He loves our country and is a true fighter. So he has the tweet. And that's it. That's it. He credits Fox and Friends. Now, again, this is when he was in his primary, okay? He credits Fox and Friends. He was running against a guy named Putnam, who's one of these big old Florida families with big sugar behind him, which is a big deal, you know, the sugar cane of Florida. That's all the mention of Trump. He credits Fox and Friends. He credits Brett Baer and Martha McCallum for helping them with their coverage of the debate. And then on page 81, the final result was a 20% blowout that no political procrastinator would have predicted just a few months before him winning the nomination. That's President Trump's role in him winning the primary for Florida's governor is just these couple little sentences about a tweet. He's distancing himself from Trump. This is page 78 of DeSantis's book. My goodness. What are your thoughts on that? 1-888 go Kane 1. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Brian. This is Bill from Sanford.
Hey, Bill.
Look, I heard that DeSantis is not going to make a decision until after the Florida session, and I think the decision will be no, because if he's not dumb, he sees the writing on the wall. He does not have a chance. And I'd like to comment on Trump's speech, which was fantastic.
Sure.
The best part of Trump's speech is when he said, "Do you want to be me?" After what they did to him in the first 4 years, and he went after all these suits and subpoenas and possible indictments. Who wants to be Trump? And the attorney's fees.
Yeah.
How can anybody want to do that except he's not doing it for him? He's doing it for everybody else. He's doing it for us.
Do you think if Do you think DeSantis is going to announce he's not running? Is that what your prediction is?
Yeah, and he probably won't do it until after the session.
When's that? When's the session over? When's the session over?
In May. It's a 60-day session, starts in March. I don't know what day but it ends in May. So
So when he announces he's not running, will he endorse Donald Trump in the same?
Hope so. I mean, if he's smart, he will.
Yeah.
He's over. I mean, his political career is over.
Yeah.
Like you said, who's going to vote in the primary? The MAGA people.
Yes.
Going to vote. They're not going to vote, and they're MAGA. And Trump has been all over the United States, and especially in the red states. And he's not going to get the nomination.
And you know, you're in Florida, I'm in Florida, and I've been very specific with our Florida callers about this, and we have not had one Florida Republican say they would vote for DeSantis over Trump. In the Florida primary, if DeSantis lost the Florida primary, it would be a defeat that's so humiliating he would never recover from it.
Oh yes. Oh, absolutely. I mean, and I think he's just too smart. I mean, I like the guy like you do. I like him, but this stuff with Bush and everything is disturbing.
Yeah.
And I feel he's being controlled by the deep state, and it's sad. But he can recover for 2028, hopefully. But it's up to him. He has to make that decision to endorse, get out of the race and endorse Trump.
And you know, this thing in the speech he gave at the Reagan Library has liberal written all over it. And I'll tell you what I mean. The Reagan Library speech of DeSantis, they're showing the graffiti that was written on the sign at the Reagan Library about I call him to Satan or something, was spray painted on the sign at the Reagan Library. That just doesn't seem legit to me. That seems like when LeBron James had all those racial slurs on his mansion and he was washing them off. He's got like 80 cameras on around that place in high definition. Give me a break. You know, remember LeBron James? It just that seems like fake that they had that graffiti on the Reagan Library sign about DeSantis. It just doesn't seem real, and it shows the collusion between the Bush family and the left to pull a political stunt like that. Did you see that story?
No, I didn't, but I understand what you're saying, and I think it is fake. It's
yeah.
Somebody's trying to do damage.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, remember when Mort Downey Jr. was attacked by the skinheads and they wrote anti-Semitic things on his face and they were written in reverse. He put them on in the mirror himself. Remember that? You know, and that's okay. That's how I know. Is that what? Yeah, I know. That's how I felt with this graffiti on the Reagan Library. I'm not saying DeSantis did it. I'm saying political operatives, the Lincoln Project, Democrats, Bush establishment. That doesn't seem legit to me. And you're telling me they don't have cameras out in front of the Reagan Library around that sign? I don't believe that. Of course they do. Where's the video?
Well, just like they had it in Pelosi's.
Correct. Well, yeah, that's right. That's right. Hey, listen, thanks for the call from Sanford, Florida. So
MSNBC,
they were talking about DeSantis over the weekend. Here it is.
Look what Rick DeSantis has done in Florida.
See, they're attacking DeSantis. They got his name wrong. Rick is not his brother. He means Ron DeSantis, but he said Rick DeSantis. But anyway, this is MSNBC's analysis yesterday of DeSantis.
Look what Rick DeSantis has done in Florida. He was known as sort of a nondescript political leader, member of Congress. Suddenly, he really has tried to turn himself into sort of a local Mussolini in Florida with the book banning and the brutal tactics.
Okay, the Mussolini of Florida. They've dubbed DeSantis the Mussolini of Florida on MSNBC.
Even this week, this suggestion that bloggers have to register with the state for the honor of writing about the governor and other political leaders. We have to call this what this is. This is fascism and authoritarianism that goes even beyond what Trump has talked about. That's what he thinks is going to work in that party. And in a way, that's the scary.
Okay, so real quick, what's going on here with MSNBC is they're attacking Rick DeSantis. What a bunch of idiots, right? Get your talking points correct. They're they're attacking DeSantis, calling him the Mussolini of Florida to try to get MAGA Republicans to rally behind and defend him. This is a tactic. It's not going to work. We're with Trump, baby. All right. Look at that straw poll. He beat DeSantis by 60 points at the CPAC straw poll, President Trump. Man, it's the Steve Kane Show. I'm Brian Craig. Back after this.
The cold, hard truth. Delivered morning 6 to 9 right here on the Steve Kane Show.
Tom Laporta here from Laporta Contracting, Roofing and Building Restoration. We have been in the roofing and construction industry for 40 years. We are originally from Connecticut, where our values and work ethic is second to none.
Where is that story?
Roofs from asphalt shingle, clay, and concrete tile, standing
Let me see if I can find that story.
tile, and flat roof systems. We work with homeowners, HOAs, commercial properties, and churches. We are state of Florida licensed roofing and general contractors. At Laporta Contracting, family is what we are, and roofing and restoration is what we do. We help guide our customers to a successful outcome by constantly informing them every step of the way. At Laporta Contracting, let our family take care of your family. Call me on my cell at 954-604-4602 or visit us on our website at laportacontracting.com.
See, here's the Ron DeFascist. I'm going to talk about this when we get back. Thing. This is on the Reagan Library sign. Tell me yes or no. Do you think that some liberal really did this, or was this a political operative working for Trump against DeSantis? I don't think that's real.
Do you suffer from knee pain? Have you been told that you have bone on
Yeah.
bone or need a knee replacement? Have you been told that you have osteoarthritis? Well, then come see us at Lighthouse Medical Center. We have non-surgical solutions that include rehab and injections.
And it was done by someone older. I'll tell you why.
We've been in practice for 70
Political op. Absolutely.
You don't have to live with pain.
Absolutely.
754-222-6642. That's 754-222-6642.
Take on the social justice warriors for breakfast. Now the Steve Kane Show is on.
All right, callers on hold, stand by. It's the Steve Kane Radio Show, Florida's longest running radio show. My name is Brian Craig. It is Monday. We're talking about the historic speech of President Trump's at CPAC Saturday night, the I Am Your speech, I'm dubbing it, and just a beautiful speech. So Governor DeSantis, I pulled up the story I was talking to Bill from Sanford about. Governor DeSantis spoke at the Reagan Library. Here's the story. Leftist vandalizes Reagan Library ahead of DeSantis' visit to Southern California. And they wrote Ron DeFascist on the Reagan Library sign out on the street. And I don't buy this story. According to the Simi Valley Police Department, Reagan Library employees spotted the graffiti on one of the entrance signs around 7:30 a.m. Sunday morning, hours before DeSantis was scheduled to appear to promote his new book. The graffiti read Ron DeFascist in black spray paint. The vandalism took place at night, and there were no witnesses, police said. Where are the cameras? You're telling me they don't have cameras around the entrance of the Reagan Library in Southern California. Okay, I don't believe this is real. I believe that this is a political op done by Lincoln Project, Bush establishment, maybe even Democrats working against Trump, who did this they're trying to create this that Ron DeSantis is hated so that we rally behind and defend him. There's a couple of reasons why I don't believe this is real. Number one, where's the video? They got to have video on the entrances of the Reagan Library, okay? Number two, the spray paint, how would they even know he was going to be there, right? Do you really think that the type of people that would do political graffiti would be following such a thing? And if they did, where they wrote it was below the writing of the sign. It says Ronald Reagan Presidential Library. They didn't spray paint over any of the writing about what the place was. They found an empty space on the sign and did the spray paint on an empty space on the sign without defacing anything else on the sign. You understand what I mean? It's a stone engraving. They didn't do anything to deface it other than this graffiti that was written on an empty space in the bottom right corner. Someone that did this would be doing all kinds of defacing of the sign. This is too easy to clean. And there's two things about the way it was spray painted on. One, it's in partial cursive. It's not completely in cursive. It's a mix of cursive and print. Young people that do like graffiti don't even know how to write in cursive. They don't even teach cursive anymore in school and haven't for years. This was someone older. This is just me profiling. I mean, you know, young people don't know how to write in cursive, right? And it's in partial cursive. And they also have the little e. DeSantis's name is capital D, lowercase e, capital F. So it's in partial cursive. They didn't deface the sign. There's no video of the graffiti makers. And they spelled the name with the little d and everything. There's too many things here that to me say political op. What do you guys think? 1-888-GO-CANE1. I should be a profiler for law enforcement. Pretty good. Is that a good profile that I just did? 888-4. I don't just say things. I think things out. I just don't always break them down like that. Okay, what my beliefs are about certain things. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Do you buy this graffiti real or Memorex? 1-888-GO-CANE1. 888-465-2631. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Good morning.
Brian.
Yes, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
IB in Broward.
Hey.
I would agree with Richie, maybe 30% on this one, but money doesn't matter at this point, okay? Trump has his own money. I think that people are already made up their minds, no matter how much fighting will be going on between now and the election. I think people not only have had it, they haven't even begun to see the worst that is yet to come. So you got to kind of look at it like Steve says, you know, got your boss. So we got to look at the bigger picture here. Money doesn't matter at this point. People already know who they're going to vote for. What we have now, proverbial wrench in the woodworks. So my belief is this. Ron DeSantis from the society. These societies are out there in Congress. The Ukrainians, the Russians, the Chinese, all of them is where the power is, and that's DC. So you got the Bushes, they're dying off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bush had over $300 million in the last election. It meant nothing. It looked like a joke in the end, right? So, matter at this point, people vote with their pocketbooks and they.
Well, what's going on though with the media is they're trying to redefine Trump as some old has-been that no one likes anymore, and we've got the new generation led by DeSantis. And what the CPAC speech shows me is that the media have not been successful in rebranding Donald Trump or pushing DeSantis. You're in Broward, so you're here in Florida. Do you think Ron DeSantis is going to announce he's running against Trump or announce that he's not running?
Just think about people in societies. These societies are in Congress, so they've been. You said it yourself. AOC has been groomed. People's Judge has been groomed. Well, Ron DeSantis is the essential Manchurian candidate. He's been groomed. He has the actual credentials.
Mm-hmm.
JAG, lawyer for crying out loud. Okay, he has the credentials to be in the position that he is. I think they used us because if Gillum was in power, man, we were in trouble. I think they used us. He's just basically, in my opinion right now, and I still love the guy too, but he is simply a chess piece on the board that has been put into position. So Bush's HW dying off, W dying off.
Jeb's done.
He's been done since day one. So now who's the next guy in position in this society?
Trump.
Now, so we have three positions. Either he's a part of the society. Why? Red flag number one. How long did it take? And he still has not declared that he will run. I remember when you were perturbed, and I was as well, that he didn't. That Oh my goodness. And then red flag number 2, you saw him at Wings Plus. He changed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Number 3, red flag number 3. Why did Trump call him the sanctimonious? Laura Logan could find out from that lady you had on the show that's in Trump's circle. What was the reason why Trump called him sanctimonious? Find that out. Another piece of the puzzle will be solved. The next thing is, that's red flag. The next red flag is, why would he pay homage to the Bushes in the beginning of the book?
Mm-hmm.
The society, part of the society, is no different than Joe Biden giving that eulogy for the KKK guy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Part of the society, the society comes first. They need to be in Congress where the power and the money is. Their power, their wealth. Okay? So this guy is either that, a Trojan horse, or if he's working with Trump, he's a double agent, which, like you feel about Andrew Snowden, a double agent. Now, Ron DeSantis is in a position where he's been groomed to be in a particular point. Now, will he adhere to that, or will he change? Will he be his own man and go in his own way, or will he adhere to the society?
Well, they gotta listen. The DeSantis people gotta understand that him running against Trump is career-ending move at this point. You know, they've listened to this show. They're listening to other people, and they gotta know.
They still have to put the chess piece on the board. You said it yourself. What other government has been so severely protected, like a Secret Service, right?
Yep.
Protected.
All right. Okay. All right. Appreciate the call. All right. Let's go. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, Brian. This is Rob from California.
Hey, Rob.
Hey, listen, first things first, I was on hold. The audio is pretty bad.
Okay.
I can still hear it, but it sounds like an AM radio mistuned.
I'll listen to it. We'll see.
All right. Now, about the sign. I don't know if it's real or not, but I would suspect that somebody that it could be a Republican, because don't forget Reagan's running mate was George H.W.
Correct.
So I think it could be a
yeah. Where's the swastikas? They're missing the swastikas on the fascist sign. I mean, it stinks. So you agree with me that graffiti on the Reagan Library sign is a political op?
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, it's all BS. Yeah.
Listen, can I comment on last night's podcast?
Sure, real quick though, because I'm coming up to the break.
All right, real quick. Ron DeSantis. I wanted you to ask Kathy later when you get home if Ron DeSantis runs this in 2024, would she vote for him? Or you too, would you vote for him in 2028 if you ran for president?
Against Trump? A good question. Hey, listen, thanks for the call from California. Yeah, well, that's a good question because what's happening is Ron DeSantis is losing the trust of the MAGA voter. Now, I want to tell you, we are in March. Today is Monday, March 6th. And Mike Lindell has launched the March MyPillow Madness Sale at MyPillow.com with our promo code Kane at checkout, Kane. You can save up to 80% off, 80. You can save up to 80% off MyPillow products. If you order $150 or more in MyPillow merchandise with our promo code Kane, Kane, free shipping. Good deal, huh? I just want to tell you about a couple of my must-haves and favorites. Right now, the MyPillow 3-inch mattress topper, which changed my life. Next month will be 2 years that I've been sleeping on my MyPillow 3-inch mattress topper. It is 40% off. Huge, right? 40% off the MyPillow 3-inch mattress topper, which comes in every mattress size from twin all the way up to king and California king and every size in between. Okay? Yeah, 40% off. It is a definite must-have, and it changes your life. You know, with the MyPillow 3-inch mattress topper, you'll never wake up stiff again. You ever wake up and you're stiff in your neck and you can't move? That just won't happen with the 3-inch MyPillow mattress topper, which is 40% off with the promo code Kane at checkout. This is the MyPillow March Madness sale. Save up to 80% off And you can take advantage of all the specials at MyPillow.com with our promo code Kane, Kane, not just the ones I highlight, okay? I just talk about my favorites and what I consider to be the must-haves and the best deals, but you can take advantage of all of them with our promo code Kane. Also, order by phone, toll-free, 1-800-716-4879. Oh, that's my home number. Let me do that again. No, I'm kidding, guys. That was my cell phone. No, it's the real number. 1-800-716-4879. 1-800-716-4879. Promo code Kane, Kane. All right, we're approaching our top of the hour break, and we'll continue with this. And I would like to hear, you guys, do you believe that the Ron de Fascist graffiti on the Reagan Library sign is real or not? Is it real or not? Good question, huh? I know. Our number is toll-free, 1-888-GO-KANE-1. Well, we know it's real, but was it a political op or some leftist? 1-888-GO-KANE-1. 888-GO-KANE-1. That's numerically 888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. We'll take our top of the hour break and be right back.
WWNN Pompano Beach, WIRK.
Okay, let me see what the guy said when he was on hold. Let me find out. I'll check out the on hold stuff. Sounds fine. It's a phone. It's not going to sound like, yeah. Sounds like you're on hold on a phone. He could have bad hearing. Come on. Yeah.
Brought to you by Palm Beach Patio Furniture.
Oh, man. How exciting. Welcome, everyone. Make sure you like the video. Less than half of you have liked the video. You guys, if you like the video, this video and my other videos will get recommended to other MAGA people that have not yet found my channel. So that's a good thing. So please like the video, everyone. And if you're new, subscribe and click that notification bell. I don't think Steve's ready. Yeah, that graffiti is total BS. There's so many things about it. When leftist vandals vandalize, they don't pick an empty area of the sign that's easy to clean. They would write all over the whole sign, block out the whole sign with swastikas and everything. It's so fake. And notice how, I'll go back to it. Hold on, I'll explain. I didn't have time to finish, so let me go back. I didn't finish what I was saying on that. Where's Fetterman? Good question. Got to rest my voice a little bit during the break. You know, I got between the radio show and the production I do and then the podcast, sometimes my voice is a little rough. Not sign. Well, he doesn't sign. He's sponsoring a bill. Yeah.
Look what Rick DeSantis.
All right, we're back. I'm Brian. It's the Steve Kane Show. Callers on hold, stand by. I didn't get to finish what I was doing on the sign. So I was telling you that this graffiti on the Reagan Library sign that says Ronde Fascist is a political operation. That's not true graffiti. You know, when these leftist vandals vandalize, they vandalize. They don't pick a little empty area, write in some cursive. There'd be swastikas. They'd write across the whole sign. But anyway, Ron DeFascist, right? Ron DeFascist. That clip I played, I didn't put them together for you because I was running short on time. I'm going to play again from MSNBC. Okay, listen, this is MSNBC talking about Governor DeSantis over the weekend.
What Rick DeSantis has done in Florida. He was known as sort of a nondescript political leader, member of Congress. Suddenly, he really has tried to turn himself into sort of a local Mussolini in Florida with the book banning and the brutal tactics. And even this week, this suggestion that bloggers have to register with the state for the honor of writing about the governor and other political leaders. We have to call this what this is. This is fascism and authoritarianism that goes even beyond what Trump has talked about. That's what he thinks is going to work in that party. And in a way, that's the scariest thing of all.
Okay, so see, the talking point is he's a fascist, a Mussolini fascist. That's what MSNBC says, and they have the fascist on the Reagan Library sign. It's fake. It's a political operation. Don't buy any of it. Okay, so we were talking about President Trump's historic speech at CPAC, which I believe is President Trump's greatest speech ever. And I'm dubbing it the I am your speech. And I think that this speech at CPAC on Saturday night is a Trump speech that we'll be talking about for decades. He said, I am your warrior. I am your justice. I am your retribution. I am your voice. Oh, I got goosebumps again. All the way up my arms and my back and everything, right? If I had hair on my back, I don't. But if I did, it'd be standing up. It's the I am your speech. Very, very historic and just a beautiful and perfect speech. Well, shocking that live on Fox News Saturday night was the speech. So how did that happen? I'm going to tell you exactly how it happened. Okay, so the great Steve Bannon called Fox News out, right? Called Fox News out at CPAC very publicly, talking about how we got to get rid of Fox. And then Mark Levin was speaking over the weekend, the great one, Mark Levin. And Mark Levin was defending Fox News. Let me play this. This is Mark Levin at CPAC over the weekend.
We've had other people come up here and tell you that if we only could get rid of Fox News, everything would be better, which is ridiculous. You don't have to agree with everything, but that means you wouldn't hear Tucker or Pete or Will Kane
or you on Life, Liberty, and Levin,
or a whole bunch. So that's not appropriate.
Okay, yeah. I think what happened was this. Okay, people that work at Fox News and everything, they're in ivory towers, right? They don't hang around with the common folk. And this is what I think. I think Mark Levin was at CPAC, and after this thing with Steve Bannon, I think he started realizing at CPAC, talking to regular people, that they're ticked off at Fox News for their media blackout on Trump. And I think that Fox News carried the speech on Saturday night of Trump at CPAC because of Steve Bannon and calling Fox News out, and Mark Levin getting an earful about how ticked off everyone is at CPAC, at Fox News. And I'm talking about the regular people, not the people that you see as pundits that were on stage, that are pundits on TV all the time that were on stage. I think Mark Levin started hearing from people. They watch Newsmax. They don't watch Fox because they don't carry Trump. And I think Mark Levin called up Hannity and Murdoch and Tucker and said, hey, I'm here at CPAC, and they hate us, and they hate Fox News, and they say we're betraying them. And I think a decision was made at the last minute to carry the Trump speech at CPAC. All right. Okay, just got word. Okay, Steve's joining us. If you're on hold, stand by. Hey, Steve, good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, man, lots going on.
I didn't tell you I was here.
Well, I just got the message. You are now.
Okay.
Oh, man. How exciting.
Very excited. It was a great speech. Best one Trump has made.
Oh, yeah. And he's made a lot of them. So to say that that is his best speech ever, that's saying a lot, because he's probably made more speeches than most anybody. I've watched almost all of them.
All new material, which was fun.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's the only one who can save us. Not just America, but the world.
That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, let's take some calls. 1-888-GO-CANE-1. Yep.
Your theory that you just stated is right. Excuse me, I got a little cold.
Yeah.
And that means that there's been a turnaround at Fox, that we're going to start getting.
I don't know. I know that they did it on Saturday. We'll see what they do next time. Hey, caller, you're on the air.
Good morning, Brian.
Hey, Andrea, what's up?
Hey, Andrea, what's going on?
Hey, Steve, how are you?
I'm good.
I have to tell you, I absolutely loved what Steve Bannon did with Fox News. And people should take note, because what Steve Bannon really said was, you have the power to make or break any of these media platforms.
Mm-hmm.
And Fox is like the last kind of quote unquote bastion of conservative mainstream media. And I think I don't watch Fox anymore. I'm done. Like, I'm just completely done. In regard to Ron DeSantis, too many red flags for me now. Too many red.
Yeah.
He did not even address what happened at the book signing with the people who were wearing MAGA gear. He never addressed that. He hasn't said a thing about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. Yeah. What do you think though about that graffiti on the Reagan Library? I think it's political operative. What do you think?
Well, I'm going to have to disagree with you, Brian, because the rainbow hair Nazi party, that's who I think did it.
The Nazis did it? The Nazis did it?
Oh, like the leftist lunatic rainbow.
Well, okay. Oh, okay. The liberal. Okay, so the young liberals that haven't learned cursive since before Obama was president, they're writing in cursive, and they didn't deface the sign. They found a blank part of the sign to spray paint Ron de Fascist on it. When leftists vandalized, they vandalized the whole thing. They picked an area of the sign, the bottom right of the Reagan Library sign, and they wrote it there and didn't write or do any defacing with the spray paint on Reagan's name or any of the writing on the sign. I don't know about that. That seems a little. Why were they so neat with their defacing of the sign? And where's the swastikas?
It was a young liberal. There's plenty of older liberals.
That know cursive?
You know?
Okay. Yeah, okay. So why did they not deface the sign, though? Why did they pick a blank area in the bottom right? Why didn't they deface the entire sign with the graffiti? Where it's hard to clean, because it's an engraved stone sign. If you put graffiti across where it says Reagan Presidential Library, that's hard to clean out because it's in the crevices of the grooves of the writing. On the flat area that was blank where they said it, you could just wash that off.
Well, my theory on that is it might be somebody who works at the library who knows the camera angle.
Yeah, because I've seen no video. Hey, listen, when I saw that story this morning. It's what I told the last caller. It reminded me of LeBron James when he woke up in his mansion in Ohio and it had all the N-word and stuff over the garage, and he was out there scrubbing it off. LeBron James has got surveillance all over that joint, and there's no video of the guys that climbed his fence and sprayed the N-word all over his house. Come on.
Well, if I could, I just want to address one thing that Greg Hughes said about Melania dating Trump.
Yeah.
Of money with Melania date him? And the answer is yes, because women have been attracted to strong alpha men since the beginning.
Well, here's the thing with Greg, okay? With his BS story about the nurse whispering in his ear like Biden's nurse over the week. When I talked to Greg, one of his calls last week, I don't remember which day it was, but I talked to him last week a couple times, and he told me that their women are not attracted to him. So here he is, a lonely guy. Women want nothing to do with him. So he's telling himself that women are just a bunch of money-hungry gold diggers, and the reason he's single is not because of his, he's got a winning personality. Who couldn't love that guy? He's just not rich like Trump, and that's why women are rejecting him. That's him. That's what I heard from Greg. But I was on such a roll, I didn't want to get sidetracked with all that psychobabble with him when I talked to him.
You like to see Greg go 5 rounds with Donald Trump?
Oh no, I don't know if I'd want to see Greg in person. Listen, we gotta run for a break. But Andrea, thanks for the call. All right, we'll be right back.
Don't sit on the sidelines. Get in on the action. Call the Steve Kane Show live on air now. 888-GO-KANE-1. This is the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig on Oldies 95.9 and 106.9.
You're a Florida homeowner, and you know that real estate is selling for the highest prices ever. With so many listing their house, you want your house to stand out above the rest and to get top dollar. That's where licensed real estate agent Elena Castro comes in. She's with Ballesteri Real Estate that's been in business since 1964. Working with homeowners, buyers, landlords, and tenants for over 18 years, Elena Castro knows Florida real estate and has a proven record of smooth transactions, as well as top negotiations.
Oh, I got I'm going to throw something out after the break that I just I got to ask the audience if this is real or fake. This thing I'm going to play when we get back.
Get your house listed and sold for the price you want. 954-478-5015. 954-478-5015.
It's so funny. Every time, this is like the third time I've gotten ready to do a commercial for the Douro River cruise in Portugal, through Portugal's wine country. And as soon as I'm ready to do it, coming out of the break, the recorded version plays. So I can't do the commercials in the same break. So I have to do it later. I've been trying to do this commercial for 2 hours. I'll do it in the next break.
This is Lori Kane. When people go to the dentist, they think of the pain, but the biggest pain is the cost. Not with Dr. Gupta at Brighton Dental Care.
I think my analysis of Greg was right.
Call today, 954-922-4633. 954-922-4633. That's 954-922.
No, we're not going to get people in. I'm not going to get Greg in touch with anybody. Are you kidding? I wouldn't do that to anyone. All right, we're back. I'm Brian. Steve Kane is here. If you're on hold, stand by. I got something coming up in a moment. There's something so outrageous from Biden that I can't believe it's real. I'm going to play you some audio in a minute. You guys are going to have to call in and tell me if it's real or fake. I'm serious as a heart attack. Okay, you will not want to miss this. But first, I got to ask a very important question. Do you or someone you know suffer from neuropathy? Oh my goodness. If you do, you know better than I what it's like. Neuropathy is torture. You know, back in the days of Guantanamo Bay, you know, with all the detainees down there, and they were doing waterboarding and everything. If they would have given neuropathy to the Al Qaeda terrorists at Guantanamo Bay, they would have spilled the beans on everything. Because Steve, I've been waterboarded, and you've had all these neuropathy symptoms, and I bet you that neuropathy is much more torturous than waterboarding, because waterboarding is going to end. Neuropathy is like 24 hours a day, right? Yeah, but it's very painful. You know, people that suffer from neuropathy have numbness, pain, burning, and tingling in the hands and feet, and that goes through a rotation. Sometimes you're burning, sometimes you're tingling, sometimes you're in pain, dizziness, loss of balance, muscle twitching, the feeling of pins and needles in the hands and feet, and then you like lose sensation, have no feeling at all. It's insane. And doctors will tell you there is no treatment. Well, that's not the case. Lighthouse Medical Center in Pompano not only have a treatment for these neuropathy symptoms, they have a treatment that works. It's worked on Steve Kane and many of you in this listening audience. Now, if you can't make it to Pompano, still call them. No matter where you're located, Lighthouse Medical Center can help. I'm going to give you the number, and when you call, make sure you tell them you heard about them on the radio, because then you can take advantage of the no-charge consultation. The number is 754-222-6642. 754-222-6642. That's 754-222-6642. Online, lighthousemedicalcenter.com. Give them a call and say bye-bye to your neuropathy. All right. So this clip is so hard for me to believe is even real. I'm going to play this at Jean-Pierre at a White House press conference on Friday. You may have heard, Steve, they got this D.C. crime bill that they're passing. They're trying to pass. It's a big deal. Okay, so this clip, when I first heard this clip, I thought this was fake. Like they had spliced together Jean-Pierre's words to make her say something, because what she says about the crime bill is so insane, I couldn't believe it. And then I saw the RNC tweeted it. And so I'm going to play this clip to you. I want to give out the number. I want you guys to call in and tell me if this is real or what. Is this real or Memorex? I don't know. This is Jean-Pierre talking about the D.C. crime bill. I'm going to play it twice. It's a short clip, because the first time you hear it, it's so insane, you're just going to be like in shock. So I'll have to play it a second time for you to hear it. This is Jean-Pierre on Friday talking about the D.C. crime bill and what it will do. Well, after that dramatic buildup, I forgot to hit the button that says on the board. I got to hit the button that says on the board. So sorry. Great dramatic buildup, but you'll still be shocked. Here it is.
I did talk to the team, and we have a couple of things that I just want to lay out for all of you and on what the DC bill does. It reduces maximum penalties for offenses like murders and other homicides, armed home invasion burglaries, armed carjackings, as I mentioned, armed robberies, unlawful gun possession, and some sexual assault offenses.
Okay. Now I'm gonna play it one more time, and let me know if this is real or not. I can't believe this is real, but this Jean-Pierre Friday press conference.
I did talk to the team, and we have a couple of things that I just want to lay out for all of you and on what the DC bill does. It reduces maximum penalties for offenses like murders and other homicides, armed home invasion burglaries.
Is this real, guys? Yes or no? I'm serious.
As I mentioned, armed robberies, unlawful gun possession, and some sexual assault offenses.
Could that is that No, I'm throwing this out to you guys in the audience. Is this real, or it's too insane to me? 1-888-GO-CANE-1, 888-465-2631. Steve. Well, hey, she said it. I just don't. Is that real, or was that edited? I can't verify it. I did not see the press conference live. Steve. They're going to read. Now, come on. Let's go through it. Hold on.
And we have a couple of things that I just want to lay out for all of you and on what the DC bill does. It reduces maximum penalties for offenses like murders and other homicides.
Okay, they're going to reduce penalties for murders and other homicides.
Armed home invasion burglaries.
Armed home invasion burglaries.
These armed carjackings.
Carjackings that are done. Armed carjackings.
Armed robberies.
Armed robberies.
unlawful gun possession, and some sexual assault offenses.
Okay. Oh my, they've left everything out, but I missed that. What? Hold on.
Unlawful gun possession, and some sexual assault offenses.
Oh my goodness, that's like rape. What? All right, guys, I'm not kidding. Okay, I can't believe well, I can't. I don't know. Is that real or not? 1-888-GO-CANE1. Yeah, 1-888-465-2631. You're on the air.
Else picked up on that?
I don't know.
Hey, Brian.
Yes.
Good morning, Steve. Good morning. David from Tamarack. Well, I believe it's real, but that they are increasing the fine if you're littering. I heard that. But,
what's the fine in the DC crime bill? What will be the fine for being MAGA? What's the penalty for that?
Imprisonment.
Yeah, imprisonment.
This is ridiculous. They let the murderers, the rapists, all go for less and less penalties. It's crazy. It's so crazy that I believe it.
I think all the Democrats in the House voted for this.
You know, listen, even if it's fake, I don't know if it's real or fake, this clip. Even if it's fake, the very idea that we have to just have a discussion as to whether or not it's real or not shows you how far gone this regime is.
Exactly.
I mean, my goodness. So, but you don't know. You don't know if it's real or not. You don't know.
It sounds real. It sounds like her. It doesn't sound like it's been clipped and chipped together. And I mean, you know more about this than I do.
This was Friday's press conference, and okay. Hey, listen, appreciate the call from Tamarack, the mean streets of Tamarack. You too. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello.
Yes, you're on the air.
Hey, Brian. Hey, Steve. How are you?
Good. What you got?
Good to hear your voice, Steve. I think it's by design. They want chaos. They want anarchy. It's just impossible to believe anything other than that.
So you think that this is real? They're going to reduce crimes on sexual assaults, murders, home invasions, armed carjackings, all of that?
I mean, I didn't see the video, but, you know, if it's not real, somebody does a damn good job of video and audio.
They sure do. I'm going to tell you, they sure do. Oh, my goodness.
Hey, since you guys moved into your new studio, your quality of audio and transmission has been second to none. It's really great to be able to hear you down in North Dade, downtown Miami even.
Really? You're hearing us in downtown Miami? We're the English speakers on the radio in downtown Miami?
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, maybe signal might be bouncing off the buildings, but
that's fine.
You have a really good setup there with this new studio, and I'm happy to hear it.
Well, that's great. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate the call. All right, it's bottom of the hour break time. We'll be right back.
Morning radio great again.
Oh my goodness. Tell me seriously, not if you think it's real. Do you know? Yes or no? Is that real or fake? Real or fake? If you know, okay? If you know, is it real or fake?
I mean, listen, everyone's saying, "Oh, it's like looking at it
Yep.
and splicing." But did you see the deep fake video of Biden?
Yeah, you could tell that though, because the face was off.
And he was.
You could tell that was fake. Yeah, you could tell that the lips were not right. Yeah, it was.
So, like stuff like that. It's like people were surprised, like.
That you could. They may have done that deep fake just to throw people off from this. Yeah, I saw the deep fake. You know.
Someone made a joke that was saying if Putin never saw that, he'd probably think it's real because
Yeah.
that's how out of touch he is with
Oh my gosh.
the internet.
I know it's hard to believe, but it's.
Oh yeah, you can tell. If anyone knows who Biden is and they see that, they'll be like, "Yeah, okay, who's that?"
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see. What do I get? Oh yes. Oh my gosh. Yep, Beretta. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Beretta. Sammy Davis Jr. sang that song. Oh man. And don't forget, it is MyPillow March Madness. And Mike Lindell gave me my own MyPillow website with all of my favorite MyPillow products. And if you're watching the stream live, I pinned the link to our our very own MyPillow website page in the chat. But if you're not watching live, if you're watching later, it is in the description of the video. With our promo code Kane, you can save up to 80% off. And some of these specials that are there are really great. These are my favorites. Okay, these are my favorites. And the other day I was in a phone meeting with Mike Lindell's office, and they asked me what some of my favorite MyPillow products were, and I gave it to them, and I didn't realize why they were asking. And then over the weekend, they sent me this link to our very own website. It's mypillow.com/Kane, Kane. You still got to use the promo code Kane, and it has all the favorites that I told them. So, a great way to support the radio show, my YouTube channel, my podcast is go to mypillow.com, use our promo code Kane, and buy. The MyPillow bathrobes are the lowest price ever, $59.98. $59.98 with the promo code Kane, Kane. The MyPillow 100% Giza cotton dream sheets. I have 6 sets of these. Buy one get one free with the promo code Kane at checkout, Kane. The 6-piece MyPillow towel set, just $49.99 with the promo code Kane at checkout. And there's a lot of other specials there too. You can take advantage of all of them. Oh man, you can also order by phone, by the way. 1-800-716-4879. 1-800-716-4879. Promo code Kane, Kane. And you can save up to 80% off. The 80% off overstock sale, you press that there, and it'll show you all the 80% off items. And there's a ton of them with my promo code Kane, Kane. Oh, man. Ugh. This is insane. All right, welcome back. I'm Brian. Steve Kane is here. It is Monday. Listen to this, Steve. A listener left a comment on YouTube about the show and a whole bunch of stuff. And then listen to this, okay? Listen to this. By the way of concerning Anne Marie's restaurant. Anne Marie's, of course, our great Italian restaurant in Pompano on the northwest corner of US 1 Federal Highway and Copans Road, in the same plaza as the movie theater. Listen to this. By the way, concerning Anne Marie's restaurant. For my sister-in-law's birthday, I called Anne Marie's and spoke to a lovely lady who assisted me in getting a gift certificate for her. They, Anne Marie's, actually hand-delivered the gift certificate the same day. She lives in Boca. This shocked me, as it was her actual birthday, and I thought they would just mail it to her and it would be days late. Imagine my surprise when I got a thank you text message within 3 hours of my initial call to Anne Marie's, watching from Central Pennsylvania. So one of our listeners in Pennsylvania has a relative that lives in Boca and called Anne Marie's and bought a gift certificate for her, and they delivered. Is that amazing? That's family owned and operated right there, man. That's what, isn't that amazing? That's right. Now well, hey, that's Anne Marie's. They're family owned and operated. Everything is homemade with grandma's recipes. Grandma is right in the kitchen. And I tell you guys how they take such great pride in their food. And, you know, I always, every time I go, I order a different specialty pizza. Whatever I order, whatever I order, I always get a pizza to go with it. If I'm in there for dinner, or if I'm doing takeout on the Italian favorites or getting a sub, I always get a pizza too. And I always get a different pizza. And when I do takeout, they show me the pizza. They show me because they're proud of their food and they want to show it to you and they want to see your reaction. They also take great pride in the restaurant, and you can tell with a story like this. That is just amazing. Listen, Anne Marie's, as I said, is located in Pompano on the northwest corner of US 1 Federal Highway and Copans Road, in the same plaza as the movie theater. They are closed on Mondays. Today's Monday, but they're open every other day of the week for lunch, dinner, and takeout. But they are closed today, which is Monday. I'm sorry to report, but this story I just had to share with you. That's amazing. All right. You want to take some calls? What do you want to do, Steve?
Let's do it.
All right. We're still trying to find out if this Jean-Pierre clip is real or fake. Really? Oh, my goodness. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Good morning. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Sounds like you. Speak up.
Yes, it's Greg speaking. Calling from Broward. I saw the comments on Kareem Jean-Pierre.
Yeah.
So the useful idiot of the Biden administration. You know, whenever she comes on, she's just awful to watch. But for me, it's just so concerning that she can just compare out anything other people tell her. She has no reasoning capability. Any sane person would think to themselves, I can't read this. I can't tell them anything.
Exactly. I can't say this. I can't say this. Exactly. Not Jean-Pierre.
You know, that a government, the government's first and most important responsibility is to keep people safe. Not all this pronouns and all this, their responsibility to keep us safe.
Why would you, the crimes that they listed, by the way, are the worst crimes you can do. Sexual assaults, murders, and everything else. Why would you, when they used to talk about the felons voting, which some felons can vote, even here in Florida, nonviolent felons can now vote. And I always said the danger of having felons vote is felons would form a lobby group, like Big Tobacco, the Israeli law. Every group has a lobby group, right? What would the felon lobby for? And when you think about that, you say, okay, felons can vote. You see, they basically, it's like Escape from New York, where there's no laws. They're reducing sentences on murders, sex assaults, armed home invasions, armed carjackings. These are some of the most serious crimes that are all done mostly by repeat offenders.
Absolutely. The most antisocial thing, and it is, as you say, look at what's happening in California. They want to decriminalize pedophilia because it is, as you say, that these people all have lobbies that make their criminal behavior go to society.
Oh, my goodness.
A license for murder, for sexual assault, for gun charges. I mean, ridiculous.
It's insane. So this is real. So yeah, I was reluctant to play that clip because I said this can't be real. This has got to be like edited, but it's real. You saw it. By the way, caller, thanks so much. You heard it debated on Fox last night, Steve. They were talking about it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now, of course, CPAC was amazing Saturday night with President Trump with the "I Am Your" speech. I think his greatest speech ever. And MSNBC, they had an executive from the DNC on MSNBC talking about CPAC. And this Democrat went so far over the line that MSNBC had to defend CPAC. Listen, this is MSNBC yesterday. You hear the DNC person saying describing CPAC in a very colorful way, and MSNBC's anchor had to actually, correct her. Listen.
CPAC. Let's be clear what anti-woke means. It's anti-black, and I think people are very reluctant to say it, but I don't mince any words, and that's the truth. That's their way of, sounding the dog whistle without being extremely explicit. And let's also not ignore the fact that CPAC has become a gathering of sexual predators. Let's be honest. Matt Schlapp, the chairman, was sued for $10 million for allegedly groping a male staffer on the Herschel Walker campaign. And then he shares a stage with Jim Jordan, who allegedly covered up sex crimes at Ohio State. And then he was followed by Matt Gaetz, who was just investigated by the FBI for teen sex trafficking. And then he was followed by Marjorie Taylor Greene, who's an adulteress. And then Lauren Boebert, who brags about carrying a Glock around Congress and just this week threatened to blow up metal detectors. And then finally, tonight, we have Trump, a serial rapist. And so this is the party that claims to be the party of Christian family values. And
Well, don't worry, that DC crime bill will reduce the sentences for all those things. But so this is the DNC nut. Okay, so let me rewind it a little bit. And exactly, the MSNBC anchor, she has to correct her. Watch. Okay, I just rewound it a little bit.
Taylor Greene, who's an adulteress, and then Lauren Boebert, who brags about carrying a Glock around Congress and just this week threatened to blow up metal detectors. And then finally, tonight, we have Trump, a serial rapist. And so this is the party that claims to be the party of Christian family values. And I have nothing to say or do but laugh at that.
I just want to be clear here, though, that it's important to put out there. We understand the accusations that have been made against, of course, the former president, Lindy, and of course, I understand your passion in this topic as well. But I want to be clear, of course, that none of that has actually rung true as of yet. Just they've all been accusations so far. Lindy Lee, thank you. Susan Del Percio.
Yeah, Linda Lee. She's probably CCP. Linda Lee. And, it's pretty bad when MSNBC has to defend all of our top MAGA Republicans. And my favorite part, though, is when she gave the scarlet letter to Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's an adulterer, and he got this self-appointed Miss Lee here, I'm sure, is a proud feminist. And all that, by the way, the First Lady of the United States right now is an adulterer. She was married to her first husband when she started having sex with Joe. So if you're going to put scarlet letters on people, MSNBC, start with, Dr. Biden. All right, our number, 888-GO-CANE-1. If you're on hold, stand by. I got to tell people, this incredible river cruise is right around the corner through the wine country of Portugal, the Portugal and Douro River wine tour cruise with select tours is August 23rd through September 2nd is when this cruise is, and it's limited to 15 couples. Now, you don't have to be a couple to go. You can go as a single, but it's limited to 15 couples. And here we are. It's March 6th, right? If you book on the Portugal Douro River Cruise with select tours by March 31st, you get free airfare to Portugal's capital of Lisbon, and also included at no charge, high-speed rail transportation from Lisbon to Porto, where your luxury riverboat will be waiting for you. Now, Porto is where the best port wines in the world are from. That's why they call them port from Porto. I guess in Portugal, they call them Porto wines. This is a wine sampling tour with culinary events through the Portuguese wine country during this entire trip. This is a first-class cruise, a first-class experience that is a once-in-a-lifetime bucket list event that you will remember for the rest of your life. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, and tips are included. And this time of the year, August 23rd through September 2nd, is when the grapes in the vineyards are on the vines. And you will stop along the way at these vineyards, not only sample wines and these culinary events, you're going to be able to take grapes right off the vines and sample them yourself. This is amazing. If you want more information, you want a brochure, go online to brianportugal.com. That's brianportugal.com, or you can call 512-351-6643. 512-351-6643 for the Portugal Douro River Wine Culinary River Cruise with select tours. BrianPortugal.com. Back after this.
The cold, hard truth. Delivered morning 6 to 9 right here on The Steve Kane Show.
All right, and it's time, as we do every morning at this time, check in with William Youngerman from the offices of William Youngerman Incorporated with the morning gold and precious metals report. And Monday is always exciting because the metals markets worldwide are closed over the weekends, and now they're open, and we can find out how they're looking. William Youngerman, how the metals starting off the week?
Well, metals starting off a little bit lower this morning as we had a nice rally on Friday, taking gold up $20.68 to close at $1,856.50. That was one of the nicest closings we've seen in a while now for gold. Silver was up 36 cents at $21.25 the ounce, while platinum gained $17 on Friday, closing out the week at $9.79. And palladium was up $2 at $13.62. As I said, we have a little bit of a pullback. Overnight gold trading in a range of $1,847 all the way up to $1,859. And right now it's at $1,851 the ounce. That's down $5.50. Silver's down to 10 cents at $21.15, but well above the $21 area again. So gold, platinum's down $9 at $970. And palladium is down $37 at $1,325 the ounce. And that's pretty much how we're starting off. I think we will be trending higher before the week is over.
Yeah, so the metals are on sale, and some listeners have been sending me DMs on Twitter asking me questions, very specific questions on the metals. I'm not the expert. Ask William Youngerman, but I had a lot of people, William Youngerman, because you've mentioned it a few times about being a good time to buy 90% silver. Could you tell people just a little bit what 90% silver is and how you sell it? Because you sell it in bags.
Silver is just the old silver coins that the United States produced up until and including 1964. Dimes, quarters, and half dollars up to including 64 were all 90% made out of 90% pure silver. And those coins trade for their silver value, which is a formula that we can provide for everybody. But they basically trade at their silver value plus $3 per ounce, as opposed to many of the products which are trading even higher. Now, a lot of people like the 90% silver because they can get a recognizable form of a coin in what appears to be spending money, but it's certainly worth a lot more. The problem with it that a lot of people don't like is that it's not pure silver, and it's also a little bit harder to calculate just how much silver is in my dime or my quarter or my half dollar, which is basically 0.715 of an ounce per dollar. So 10 dimes, 4 quarters, or 2 half dollars equals 0.715 of an ounce of pure silver.
Yeah, and until recently, though, 90% silver prices, it was way, way priced high, and the prices have come down. So there's a lot of interest in people that are fans of 90% silver that have not been buying it as of late, the last year or so, but the prices have come way down on it, right? Yeah, so it's a good time. Now, of course, all the metals, whether it's gold, whether it's silver, whether it's platinum, all the metals at William Youngerman's are available for immediate delivery, which means you walk out with your metals, or if you want to do business over the phone, it'll be shipped right out to you. He opens up weekdays at 10 a.m. Give him a call, 1-800-327-5010. 1-800-327-5010. Online, WilliamYoungerman.com. And if you'd like to stop in, the address is 150 East Palmetto Park Road in Boca, on the first floor of the Bank of America building, immediately east of US 1 Federal Highway on the south side of Palmetto Park Road. All right, William Youngerman, we'll touch base tomorrow. All right, we'll be right back.
On the social justice warriors for breakfast. Now the Steve Kane Show is on the air.
All right, we are back. I'm Brian. Steve Kane is here. By the way, Steve, make sure you have your phone on. I got to call you right after the show because I got something. I texted your wife. There's something going on with me that I don't want to share on the air, but I got to talk to you about it after the show. All right, let's go. You're on the you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Good morning. Hey, Bill.
I'll explain the DC fiasco to you, but you'll be embarrassed and wish you'd never taken the call.
Oh, you're going to? Oh, I'm going to get embarrassed on the radio, guy. Okay, make sure you're recording this. I'm going to be embarrassed. Go ahead, and I'm going to wish that I never took the call. Let's go. I know, of course you are.
I'm a little surprised that Steve isn't up on this if he listens to Fox as much as he says he does. Over the Fox airwaves, basically all weekend, and even on some of the left-wing stations over the weekend, what she was reading was in defense of Biden on Friday. Situation was that the DC Council came up with this list of things that they were going to downgrade, presented it to the mayor of DC, and the mayor said as much of a progressive as she is. The mayor said, oh, no, that's way too progressive. I will not sign that. The council came back and said, sorry, Mayor, but we have enough to override your veto.
Okay, now I got a question for you. When are you going to get to the part where I'm going to be embarrassed?
Well, if you wouldn't interrupt me, I'll get.
Oh, now it's coming. Okay, it's coming. Here's the part. Get the tapes rolling.
The Congress has the override for situations like that in the Washington, D.C. federal district. Congress, the House representative stepped up and said, no, that's not going to happen. We will not allow that to happen. That's when.
Have you gotten to the part where I'm going to be embarrassed yet?
Shut up.
Oh, powerful retort there. I will say I do regret taking the call because it's boring the audience so much and putting them to sleep. But
that's when Biden stepped up and said, I will side with the Republicans. They will not allow that, or he will not allow that to take place. All those downgrades.
Which is it? They will not or he will not? Which was it?
They, the Republicans, will not allow that. He is going to side.
So it was academic.
So I got one question and then a follow up, but I'm going to ask for the third time. Where is the part where I'm going to be embarrassed by you? I'm waiting for that part. Can you get to that part?
Because Biden is looking good as far as.
Okay, all right, okay. Now you've been. Oh yeah, okay. By the way, this guy's MAGA who says Biden's looking good. Okay, all right. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now give me. All right, okay. Oh my goodness.
Democrat is looking hard on crime.
Yes.
Why she read it, and if you'd had the full clip.
Oh, we had the full clip
of the whole.
So she did say that. She did say that though. That was a real piece of audio.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Obviously.
All right. Hey, listen. Thank you for your call. Oh my goodness. Oh boy, doesn't get more MAGA than that. I love that. Shut up. How clever. How clever. That's how you want to debate people. Gee whiz. Oh. I began the show with something that I'd like to end. President Trump's historic speech Saturday night. I've watched that 6 or 7 times, Steve. I was out with my daughter Saturday, and I caught it actually on the radio, and I listened to the entire thing on the radio. And then I wanted to watch it again yesterday morning, and I found someone online who was running the speech in continuous loop. And I watched it like 5 or 6 more times. I may have seen it 7 times. And every time it's just great. And it is, not only is it his best speech ever, it's a historic speech, and I'm dubbing it the Trump I am speech. And I have one clip that I pulled. Everything he said was brilliant and beautiful, and he said so many great things. But this one clip I picked out really sums up the speech and why I call it the I am speech of President Trump. This is a speech that will be talked about and remembered for decades. Listen.
I had a man come up to me the other day, one of the toughest, strongest people that you can imagine. You all know his name, big businessman, a lot of money, a lot of success, tough as hell. And he said, "Could I ask you a question, President?" Well, a friend of mine used to call me Donald, now he calls me President. "Could I ask you a question, President?" What? "How do you do it? How do you do it? Every day they send you subpoenas. Every day they're after you. They're looking to take you down at levels that nobody's ever put up with before. 7 years I've gone through this. We beat them all." It continues. And he said to me, "Seriously, how do you do it?" "I could never do it." This is one of the toughest guys. I said, "Maybe you could." He said, "Nope, I couldn't do it. I couldn't get out of bed in the morning, but I do it for you, and that's what I'm doing it for. I do it for you."
We love Trump.
Thank you very much. And if you put me back in the White House, their reign is over. Their reign will be over. And they know it. And America will be a free nation once again. We're not a free nation right now. We don't have free press. We don't have free anything. In 2016, I declared, "I am your voice." Today I add, "I am your warrior. I am your justice. And for those who have been wronged and betrayed, I am your retribution. I am your retribution." I will totally obliterate the deep state.
Wow. Yeah, that little last part there. I'll totally obliterate the deep state. That's good too. But I am your voice. I am your warrior. I am your justice. I am your retribution. I mean, and it's what I've been telling you guys. Trump, the MAGA movement, is a civil rights movement. And you heard what he said. We're not free. We're living in an oppressive police state, much like East Germany was back in the day. And he's going to liberate us from that. And Steve, I think one of watching that speech, I think after he takes the oath of office for his second inauguration, I think on that very first day, he's going to sign a pardon and pardon all of the January 6th prisoners. I think he'll have Ashley Babbitt's widower and mother at the inauguration stage with him, and he'll take the oath and go and sign the pardon of the J6 prisoners. And that's the right thing to do. We got to send a message that we're not, he's freeing us. That speech, Steve. I mean, I got goosebumps again. The hair's standing up on my arms. I mean, that's amazing.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Meanwhile, they're trying to reduce penalties for sex offenders, murderers, carjackers, and everything else. And he's,
Fast enough.
oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, isn't that something? Isn't that something? And, this will be the big test. Will Fox News continue to carry the Trump events? And
have to. I mean, at this point, it looks, especially the way things went over the weekend, looks like Trump's going to be the center of attention again. No matter what the TV does to try to prevent it, they're not going to have the ability. When it becomes obvious he's the candidate, they're stuck with him.
And winning that straw poll by 40 points. See, that's why DeSantis didn't go. If DeSantis would have gone and spoke and then lost the straw poll, it would have been marked down as a humiliating defeat. He didn't go because he knew he was going to lose the straw poll. And that California speech of his, I think, fell flat because Trump's was so good over the weekend. Who cares what DeSantis said in California? You know, trying to start some East Coast West Coast rivalry with Newsom. I mean, give me a break. Now, listen, we're about out of time for today, but we've had some great calls today. Even that last guy that told me to shut up. That's an awesome call. You don't have to agree with us to call in, by the way. This is a free place where those of you who disagree are welcome too. Now, we may do some questioning. You know, I ask you a couple questions, but you don't have to agree with us to call in. And Steve and I were talking on Friday's show. The quality of call to this program is at its highest point in the 46 years that the Steve Kane Show has been on the air. I'm here to tell you. We have great callers, and a lot of you bring up things that neither of us considered before. I'm Brian Craig. Steve Kane is here, of course. You're listening to Florida's longest-running radio show, The Steve Kane Show. And don't forget, not just during our show, but during the entire 24-hour, 7-day-a-week period, you can always listen to us by Alexa, play True Oldies FLA. Hey, Google, play True Oldies FLA. All right, guys. God bless America, and God bless the greatest president ever, Donald Trump. See you tomorrow.
WNN AM Pompano Beach.
All right, guys. I got to run. All right. Take care. Thanks for watching.